Your past does not define you. Your pain does not control you. Your healing is the key to unlocking your greatest success. What if you could break free from emotional wounds, rewire your mind, and step into a life of true fulfillment? In this audiobook, we reveal the powerful methods to heal yourself from within, overcome self-doubt, and build the mindset needed for lasting success. It's time to release the past, embrace your inner strength, and create the future you deserve. Your journey to healing and success starts now. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding your inner wounds. Every person carries invisible wounds, memories, emotions, and experiences that have shaped who they are today. These wounds come from past failures, rejection, childhood struggles, or moments of deep pain. Often we push them aside, pretending they don't exist, but ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. Instead, they linger beneath the surface, influencing our thoughts, actions, and decisions in ways we don't always realize. To truly heal and find success, we must first understand these wounds and where they come from. Inner wounds can come from many places. Maybe you were told as a child that you weren't good enough. Maybe someone you trusted betrayed you. Or maybe you experienced failure so painful that you became afraid to try again. These wounds don't just stay in the past. They shape how you see yourself today. They make you doubt your abilities, fear rejection, or avoid taking risks. If left unhealed, they can hold you back from success, happiness, and self-confidence. One of the biggest challenges in healing is recognizing that these wounds exist. Many people build walls around their pain, believing that if they ignore it, it will go away. But wounds buried deep inside don't disappear. They grow. They show up as fear, insecurity, self-doubt, or even anger. They may affect your relationships, your career, or your ability to trust yourself. The first step to healing is bringing these wounds to the surface and acknowledging their presence. Understanding your wounds means asking yourself difficult questions. What moments from your past still cause you pain? What beliefs do you hold about yourself that may not be true? Do you avoid opportunities because of fear? Do you feel unworthy of love, success, or happiness? These questions are not easy, but they are necessary. They help you uncover the root of your struggles and give you the power to change them. Your inner wounds don't define you. They are simply a part of your story. The pain you have experienced does not determine your future unless you let it. Healing begins when you stop seeing yourself as a victim of the past and start seeing yourself as the creator of your future. You are not broken. You are becoming stronger. Every wound you heal makes you wiser, more resilient, and more prepared for success. One of the most important steps in healing is learning to be kind to yourself. Many people judge themselves harshly for their past mistakes, thinking they should have been stronger or smarter. But true healing requires self-compassion. You wouldn't blame a friend for feeling hurt, so why blame yourself? Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer someone you love. Healing is not about being perfect. It's about learning, growing, and moving forward. Another key to understanding your wounds is recognizing their impact on your daily life. Do you struggle with self-confidence? Do you find it hard to trust others? Do you sabotage your own success because deep down you feel undeserving? These behaviors are often connected to past pain. The good news is that once you identify them, you can change them. You can replace fear with courage, doubt with belief, and pain with wisdom. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of self-discovery and growth. Some wounds take longer to heal than others, and that's okay. The important thing is to start. Small steps, such as journaling your thoughts, speaking with someone you trust, or practicing self-care, can lead to profound transformation. What matters is that you keep moving forward, no matter how slowly. Understanding your inner wounds also means realizing that they have given you something valuable: lessons. Pain teaches strength. Hardships teach resilience. Heartbreak teaches wisdom. When you begin to see your past not as something that broke you, but as something that shaped you, you take back your power. Your struggles have given you the tools you need to build the life you deserve. Success is not just about skills or talent, it's about mindset. And a healthy mindset comes from a healed heart. The more you understand and heal your inner wounds, the more confidence, peace, and motivation you will feel. You won't be held back by fear or doubt. Instead, you will step forward with strength, knowing that you are capable of achieving great things. Your wounds are not your weakness. They are your greatest source of power. When you face them, learn from them, and heal them, you unlock a version of yourself that is unstoppable. Healing is not just about feeling better. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about freeing yourself from the past so you can fully embrace the future. The journey to healing is one of courage. It requires you to look inside yourself, to acknowledge your pain, and to decide that you are ready to move forward. But once you take that first step, you will begin to see the change within you. Your fears will shrink, your confidence will grow, and your success will no longer be held back by the weight of the past. You have the power to heal. You have the strength to overcome. You have the ability to rewrite your story and step into the life you were meant to live. The past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. What defines you is your ability to rise, to heal, and to succeed. Your journey starts now. Chapter 2. Facing your past to create your future. Your past is a powerful force. It has shaped the way you think, the way you act, and the way you see yourself. Some people carry their past like a heavy burden, allowing old wounds and regrets to hold them back. Others choose to face their past, learn from it, and use it as fuel for success. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who move forward is simple: the willingness to confront what came before and rewrite what comes next. Many people fear looking back because it reminds them of pain, failure, or disappointment. But avoiding your past does not erase it. In fact, ignoring it only gives it more control over your present and future. When you suppress your past, it continues to influence your choices, often in ways you don't even realize. You can't build a strong future on a foundation of unhealed wounds. The only way to truly move forward is to face what's behind you. The first step in facing your past is acceptance. You cannot change what happened, but you can change how you see it. Every mistake, every loss, and every setback was a lesson. Instead of seeing your past as something that broke you, begin to see it as something that built you. Your past is not your prison, it is your teacher. One of the biggest obstacles to success is unresolved guilt. Many people carry shame from past decisions, believing they don't deserve happiness or success because of mistakes they made. But guilt serves no purpose if it only keeps you stuck. You are not the same person you were back then. You have grown, evolved, and learned. Forgive yourself. Not because you are excusing the past, but because you are choosing not to let it define your future. Another common struggle is the pain of past failures. Maybe you tried something and failed. Maybe you took a risk and it didn't work out. Maybe you were rejected, abandoned, or let down. Failure hurts, but it also teaches. The most successful people in the world are not those who never failed, but those who failed, learned, and kept going. If you let failure define you, you will never move beyond it. Instead, use it as proof that you are willing to try and that you are capable of improving. Healing from your past also means releasing resentment. Holding on to anger toward those who hurt you only keeps you tied to them. Forgiveness is not about letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself. When you let go of resentment, you reclaim your energy, your peace, and your future. You deserve to be free from the pain of what others did to you. Don't let their actions have power over your happiness any longer. Your past may have shaped your beliefs about yourself, but you are not bound by those beliefs forever. If you grew up feeling unworthy, unloved, or incapable, it's time to challenge those thoughts. The past does not get to decide who you are today. You have the power to rewrite your self-image, to see yourself as strong, capable, and deserving of success. Facing your past also requires taking responsibility. While there are things that happen to you beyond your control, there are also choices you made that led you to where you are. Owning your past mistakes is not about blaming yourself. It's about empowering yourself to make different choices moving forward. Your future is shaped by the decisions you make today, not the mistakes you made yesterday. One powerful way to heal from the past is to turn pain into purpose. Many of the greatest success stories come from people who used their struggles as motivation. They took what hurt them and turned it into something meaningful. If you have experienced hardship, ask yourself, how can I use my experiences to help others? How can I transform my pain into power? You cannot change the past, but you can change the meaning you give it. Instead of seeing it as a story of suffering, see it as a story of strength. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim, see yourself as a survivor. Your past does not define your potential. Your actions today do. Healing from the past also means breaking free from old patterns. Many people repeat the same mistakes because they haven't fully processed their past. If you always attract toxic relationships, struggle with self-doubt, or sabotage your own success, take a step back. What patterns are holding you back? What lessons is your past trying to teach you? Awareness is the first step to change. Journaling can be a powerful tool in facing your past. Writing down your thoughts, memories, and emotions allows you to process them in a healthy way. It gives you clarity, perspective, and the opportunity to rewrite your narrative. When you put your past into words, you begin to take control of your story. Another important step is surrounding yourself with people who support your growth. If the people around you constantly remind you of your past mistakes or keep you stuck in negativity, it's time to create distance. Your future is too important to be shaped by those who don't believe in your potential. Mindfulness and meditation can also help you release the past. Focusing on the present moment allows you to detach from old pain and shift your energy toward what you can control. The more you practice being present, the less power your past has over you. The future is unwritten. No matter where you come from, what you've been through, or what mistakes you've made, you still have the power to create a life of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Every great story has moments of struggle, but the best ones also have redemption, transformation, and triumph. Your story is still being written. Make sure you are the one holding the pen. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. The moment you decide to face it, to learn from it, and to move beyond it, you take control of your life. Your greatest victories are ahead of you, but only if you are willing to step forward. Let today be the day you stop looking back with regret and start looking forward with determination. Let today be the day you decide that your future is more important than your past. You have the power to heal, to grow, and to succeed. The only question is, are you ready to take that step? Chapter 3. The Power of Forgiving Yourself. Forgiving yourself is one of the hardest things to do, yet it is also one of the most powerful steps toward healing and success. Many people hold on to guilt, regret, and self-blame for years, allowing their past mistakes to define them. But the truth is, no one moves forward while carrying the weight of self-punishment. You deserve to let go. You deserve to move forward. And most importantly, you deserve to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we say things we regret, make decisions we wish we could take back, or fail in ways that seem impossible to recover from. But punishing yourself forever will not change the past. Holding on to guilt does not make you stronger. It only makes you stuck. True strength comes from acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and giving yourself permission to heal. Many people confuse self-forgiveness with making excuses. But forgiving yourself is not about ignoring your past mistakes. It's about accepting them, learning from them, and choosing to do better. When you recognize that every mistake was a lesson in disguise, you stop seeing them as failures and start seeing them as stepping stones to growth. Guilt can feel like a heavy chain that keeps you from moving forward. It whispers, "You don't deserve happiness," or "You'll never change." But the truth is, guilt serves no purpose if it only keeps you trapped in the past. The only way to break free is to acknowledge your mistakes, take responsibility, and then release the guilt that no longer serves you. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to forgive themselves is that they believe they are their mistakes. But you are not your worst moments. You are not defined by a single bad decision, a moment of weakness, or a failed attempt. Who you are is determined by what you do next, not what you did before. To begin forgiving yourself, you must shift your mindset. Instead of asking, "Why did I do that?" start asking, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of saying, "I wish I had done things differently," say, "Next time, I will do better." Your power lies in your ability to take what you've learned and turn it into wisdom. Self-forgiveness is an act of self-love. When you refuse to forgive yourself, you are choosing to remain in pain. But when you decide to forgive, you are giving yourself the gift of peace. You deserve to heal, you deserve to grow, and you deserve a second chance. Some wounds take longer to heal than others, and that's okay. Forgiveness is not always instant. It is a process of reflection, acceptance, and self-compassion. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. Every day you choose to be kind to yourself, you are choosing to rewrite your story. Your inner critic may try to convince you that you don't deserve forgiveness. It may remind you of past failures, playing them over and over again in your mind. But self-forgiveness is about silencing that voice and replacing it with one that says, "I am growing, I am learning, I am worthy of love and success." Forgiving yourself also means understanding that you cannot change the past, but you can control how it shapes your future. What happened before is already written, but what happens next is up to you. By choosing to forgive, you are choosing freedom. Freedom from guilt, freedom from shame, and freedom to start again. Think about a time when someone forgave you for a mistake. Did it make you feel relieved? Did it help you move forward? Now imagine giving that same kindness to yourself. You are just as worthy of compassion as anyone else. If you would forgive a friend, why not forgive yourself? One of the most powerful steps towards self-forgiveness is taking action. If your mistake hurt someone, make amends. If you failed at something, try again. If you regret a past decision, use it as motivation to make better choices moving forward. Forgiveness is not just about words, it's about action. Your past does not define you, but your willingness to grow from it does. People who succeed in life are not those who never made mistakes, but those who learn to rise after falling. You have the power to rise. You have the power to rewrite your story. Holding on to guilt drains your energy and steals your happiness, but self-forgiveness replenishes your spirit and restores your peace. When you let go of self-blame, you open the door to confidence, success, and fulfillment. You cannot build a great future while holding on to a painful past. Let go and move forward. Sometimes we hold on to guilt because we believe it's the only way to make up for what we did. But the best way to make up for past mistakes is not by suffering, it's by changing. Your actions moving forward are the best apology you can give yourself and others. You are not the same person you were when you made past mistakes. Every day you are growing, evolving, and becoming wiser. Don't judge yourself for who you were. Celebrate who you are becoming. No one else has the power to forgive you the way you can forgive yourself. Others may give you second chances, but true healing begins when you decide to give yourself permission to move on. You hold the key to your own freedom. Use it. Self-forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts of transformation. When you release guilt, you create space for success. When you let go of the past, you make room for a better future. The life you want is waiting for you, but first, you must forgive yourself and take the next step forward. Let today be the day you stop punishing yourself and start loving yourself. You are worthy of forgiveness, worthy of growth, and worthy of success. The past is behind you, and the future is yours to create. Chapter 4. Reprogramming your mind for healing. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either hold you captive in pain and self-doubt, or set you free to heal, grow, and achieve success. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the way you see yourself all shape your reality. If you want to truly heal and move forward, you must reprogram your mind to work for you, not against you. Many people believe that healing is only about time, but in reality, true healing begins in the mind. Your thoughts control your emotions influence your actions, and your actions determine your future. If you continue thinking in the same way that created your struggles, you will remain trapped in old cycles. The only way to break free is to change your mindset. One of the most powerful ways to reprogram your mind is to challenge your negative beliefs. What do you believe about yourself? Do you believe you are strong? Do you believe you deserve success? Or do you hold on to limiting beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," or "I will never heal"? These thoughts are not facts. They are stories you've been telling yourself for too long. It's time to rewrite them. Self-awareness is the first step to reprogramming your mind. Start paying attention to the thoughts that run through your head daily. Are they uplifting, or do they bring you down? Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Do you talk to yourself in a way you would never talk to a friend? If so, it's time to replace those thoughts with ones that support your growth. Affirmations are a powerful tool for rewiring your mindset. Every day, tell yourself, "I am healing. I am worthy of love and success. My past does not define me. I am strong, capable, and resilient." At first, your mind may resist these new beliefs. It will try to pull you back into old thought patterns. But the more you repeat positive affirmations, the more your brain starts to accept them as truth. Repetition is the key to change. Another way to reprogram your mind is by controlling what you feed it. Your environment, the people you surround yourself with, and the information you consume all shape your thoughts. Are you filling your mind with negativity, or are you surrounding yourself with inspiration and knowledge that promotes healing? Choose books, podcasts, and conversations that uplift you rather than drag you down. Visualization is another powerful technique for rewiring your brain. Close your eyes and picture yourself healed, strong, and successful. Imagine yourself free from past pain, living the life you desire. Your brain does not know the difference between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. The more you visualize success, the more your mind starts believing it is possible. The words you speak also shape your reality. If you constantly say, "I'm broken," or "I'll never get over this," your mind will make that your reality. But if you say, "I am healing," or "I am becoming stronger," your mind will begin to create that reality for you. Speak life into yourself. Your words have power. Gratitude is another tool for reprogramming your mind. When you focus on what's wrong, your brain reinforces negativity. But when you shift your focus to what you are grateful for, your brain starts to seek out positivity. Even in the hardest moments, there is always something to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude daily rewires your brain to find joy in the present moment. Healing also requires you to let go of old identities that no longer serve you. Maybe you have labeled yourself as damaged or a failure because of past experiences. But those labels are not who you are. You have the power to redefine yourself at any moment. Who do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to create? Your mind will believe whatever story you tell it. So tell it a story of strength, growth, and success. Reprogramming your mind means becoming the master of your thoughts instead of their prisoner. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your pain. You are a powerful individual capable of transformation. But you must decide to take control of your mindset. Meditation is a great practice for training your mind. Sitting in silence, focusing on your breath, and observing your thoughts without judgment can help you gain control over your mind. When you master your mind, you master your emotions. And when you master your emotions, you master your life. One of the biggest challenges in reprogramming your mind is breaking free from self-sabotage. Many people unconsciously resist healing because they have become comfortable with their pain. It has become part of their identity. But healing requires you to let go of the familiar and embrace the unknown. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Every time you face a challenge, remind yourself that it is an opportunity to grow. Your struggles are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. Every setback contains a lesson, and every difficulty is preparing you for something greater. The way you view challenges determines whether they become obstacles or stepping stones. Your brain is constantly forming new neural pathways based on your habits and thoughts. The more you practice positive thinking, the stronger those pathways become. At first, it may feel unnatural, but over time, your brain will automatically default to a healthier, more positive mindset. Healing is not about suppressing pain. It's about rewiring your mind to see yourself as someone who can overcome it. Forgiveness is another essential part of mental reprogramming. Holding on to resentment, whether toward yourself or others, keeps your mind stuck in the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of it. The more you let go, the more space you create for peace and success. Journaling is another tool that can help you track your thoughts and see your progress. Writing down your fears, hopes, and dreams allows you to reflect and gain clarity. It also helps you catch negative thought patterns and replace them with healthier perspectives. Reprogramming your mind for healing is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Some days will be harder than others, but the key is persistence. Each day that you choose to think differently, to believe in yourself, and to act in alignment with your healing, you move closer to the life you deserve. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Train it to work for you, and there will be no limit to what you can achieve. Healing starts in the mind, and once you control your thoughts, you will control your future. The power to heal, grow, and succeed is already within you. It's time to reprogram your mind and take back your life. Chapter 5. Creating Healthy Boundaries. Boundaries are invisible lines you set to protect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They teach others how to treat you and help you maintain inner peace. Without clear boundaries, you may find yourself constantly drained, overwhelmed, or disrespected. Setting healthy boundaries is an essential step toward healing, achieving success, and living your best life. Many people struggle to set boundaries because they worry about hurting others or being perceived as selfish. But boundaries are not selfish. They are self-respect in action. When you respect your own limits, you teach others to respect you too. People who truly value you will understand and respect the boundaries you set. Boundaries start with knowing yourself. You must understand what you are comfortable with and what you are not willing to accept. Reflect on your emotional, physical, and mental limits. Ask yourself, what drains my energy? What makes me feel uncomfortable? Where do I need to protect my space? Identifying these areas clearly helps you communicate your needs confidently to others. One of the first steps to setting boundaries is learning to say no. Many people say yes to everything out of guilt or fear of disappointing others. But saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment and stress. Learn to say no clearly and kindly without guilt or explanation. Your time, energy, and peace matter. You have the right to protect them. Sometimes the hardest boundaries to set are with those closest to you. Family, friends, or co-workers may resist your new limits because they're used to a version of you who always says yes. Remember, setting boundaries does not mean you love or care less. It means you respect yourself enough to prioritize your well-being. Over time, healthy boundaries lead to healthier relationships built on mutual respect. Boundaries are also important in your relationship with yourself. Are you pushing yourself too hard? Are you overworking or sacrificing your well-being for success? Give yourself permission to say no to opportunities or tasks that don't align with your values and priorities. Protecting your personal energy and time is crucial for lasting success and emotional balance. Your emotional boundaries help you manage the feelings you allow yourself to absorb from others. Without clear emotional boundaries, you might find yourself carrying other people's stress, anger, or negativity. Practice distinguishing your emotions from those around you. Recognize when someone else's emotions start to influence your peace and step back to maintain your own emotional balance. Boundaries require clear and respectful communication. Many people expect others to know their limits without expressing them clearly. This leads to misunderstandings and resentment. Communicating your boundaries calmly and respectfully allows others to understand and respect your needs. Clear communication is a sign of emotional maturity and strength. Setting boundaries also means learning to say no without guilt. Many people fear saying no because they don't want to disappoint others or seem selfish. But saying no to what doesn't serve you is saying yes to yourself, your values, and your healing. You can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing your own needs is not selfish, it's essential. Your physical boundaries involve protecting your personal space and body. You have the right to feel safe and comfortable in your physical environment. Recognizing and clearly expressing your physical boundaries helps you maintain respect and safety in relationships. Never compromise your physical or emotional safety to please someone else. Boundaries are not meant to isolate you. They are meant to empower you. They create clarity, foster respect, and improve your relationships. Healthy relationships thrive on clear boundaries because everyone involved knows what is expected and accepted. When boundaries are respected, trust grows and connections become stronger and deeper. Your mental boundaries protect your mindset and self-esteem. These boundaries define how much criticism, negativity, or doubt you allow into your mental space. You have the right to protect your peace of mind and confidence. Refuse to internalize negative beliefs or opinions from others. Your self-worth is defined only by you. Sometimes you may encounter resistance when you set boundaries. People may push back or try to convince you that your boundaries are unreasonable. Stand firm. Healthy boundaries are about your well-being, and anyone who truly respects you will honor them. Those who truly value you will support and respect your decisions. Another important boundary is setting limits with yourself. Sometimes your biggest obstacle to success is your own self-sabotage. Identify your unhealthy patterns, like procrastination, negative self-talk, or self-destructive behaviors. Create boundaries that protect you from your own negative habits. Consistency is key to maintaining your boundaries. If you set a boundary but repeatedly allow others to cross it, your boundary loses its meaning. Be clear and consistent, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. People will learn to respect your boundaries when they see you respect them first. Boundaries help you prioritize what truly matters. They allow you to focus your time, energy, and resources on what aligns with your goals and values. Protect your dreams and ambitions by setting clear limits around distractions or demands that pull you off track. Setting boundaries also fosters self-respect. When you honor your limits, you send a powerful message to yourself and others. I value myself, and I expect the same respect from those around me. This self-respect strengthens your confidence and empowers you to reach higher levels of success. Setting boundaries might feel selfish at first, but it's one of the most generous things you can do. When your needs are met, you have more energy and joy to share with others. Healthy boundaries allow you to give from a place of fullness, not exhaustion. You become better equipped to help, support, and inspire those around you. Your future success depends on the boundaries you set today. Without clear boundaries, your energy, focus, and emotional strength will be depleted. But with strong boundaries, you protect your dreams, nurture your goals, and become the best version of yourself. Finally, remember that boundaries are flexible, not rigid. They can evolve as you grow. Regularly check in with yourself to ensure your boundaries still align with who you are becoming. Your boundaries should empower your growth, not limit it. The future you desire is created by the boundaries you set right now. Protect your peace, honor your needs, and embrace the life you deserve. Your future awaits. Build it wisely. Chapter 6. The Art of Self-Love and Acceptance. Self-love is the foundation of a happy, fulfilling, and successful life. It is the way you treat yourself, think about yourself, and value your own worth. Yet, for many people, self-love does not come easily. Instead, they are filled with self-doubt, guilt, or the feeling that they are never enough. But true healing begins when you learn to love and accept yourself fully, just as you are. The journey to self-love is not about becoming perfect. It's about embracing your imperfections. Society often teaches us that we must reach a certain standard to be worthy of love. We are told we must look a certain way, achieve certain things, or be liked by everyone. But real self-love is unconditional. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone, including yourself. You are already enough. Self-acceptance means embracing every part of who you are, the strengths and the flaws, the victories and the mistakes. Too often, people base their self-worth on their achievements, believing they can only love themselves if they are successful. But love should not be conditional. You are worthy of love, even on your worst days, even when you fail, even when you struggle. One of the biggest obstacles to self-love is negative self-talk. Many people speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to a friend. They call themselves not good enough, a failure, or unworthy. These words matter. The way you talk to yourself shapes your self-image. If you want to love yourself, start by speaking to yourself with kindness and compassion. Another powerful step towards self-love is letting go of the need for external validation. It's natural to want approval from others, but relying on it for self-worth is dangerous. People's opinions will always change, but your value remains the same. True confidence comes from within, not from the approval of others. You must decide to see yourself as valuable, no matter what anyone else thinks. Self-love also means forgiving yourself. Many people carry guilt from their past, punishing themselves for mistakes they made long ago. But holding on to guilt does not serve you. You are human. You have made mistakes, just like everyone else. Forgiving yourself is not about forgetting. It's about learning, growing, and choosing to move forward with love and wisdom. Taking care of yourself is an act of self-love. Your body, mind, and soul all need attention and care. Eating well, getting enough sleep, exercising, and setting aside time for rest are not luxuries. They are necessities. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is essential for your well-being. Setting boundaries is another key aspect of self-love. When you love yourself, you do not allow people to mistreat you, take advantage of you, or drain your energy. Boundaries are a way of saying, I value myself enough to protect my peace. The more you honor your needs, the more others will respect them too. Self-love is also about celebrating your uniqueness. No one else in the world has your exact thoughts, experiences, or talents. Instead of comparing yourself to others, embrace what makes you different. You are not meant to be like everyone else. You are meant to be you. The world needs what only you can offer. Practicing gratitude can strengthen self-love. When you focus on what you appreciate about yourself, your mindset shifts from criticism to appreciation. Every day, take a moment to recognize something positive about yourself. Gratitude helps you see your own worth and reminds you of how far you have come. Another way to cultivate self-love is to spend time doing things that bring you joy. Whether it's a hobby, a creative passion, or simply relaxing in nature, engaging in activities that make you happy reinforces your sense of self-worth. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. Make time for the things that make your soul feel alive. Self-love also requires patience. You won't suddenly wake up one day completely confident and free from self-doubt. It's a journey, and there will be setbacks. Some days will be harder than others. But every small step you take toward loving yourself is progress. Keep going. Comparing yourself to others is one of the quickest ways to destroy self-love. Social media, in particular, makes it easy to compare your life to someone else's highlight reel. But you are on your own unique journey. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own growth, not someone else's. Loving yourself means accepting where you are right now while still striving for growth. Some people fear self-love because they think it means settling or becoming complacent. But self-love is not about stopping growth. It's about growing from a place of worthiness instead of self-criticism. You can love yourself while still working to become the best version of yourself. Healing is an important part of self-love. If you have been hurt in the past, you may have built walls around your heart, but those walls can also block love, joy, and connection. Healing means opening yourself up to love again, starting with the love you give yourself. A key part of self-acceptance is embracing your emotions. Many people try to suppress sadness, anger, or fear because they see them as weaknesses. but all emotions are part of being human. Accepting your emotions without judgment is a powerful act of self-love. You are allowed to feel, to process, and to heal at your own pace. Your self-worth is not based on your productivity. In a world that glorifies being busy, it's easy to believe that your value comes from how much you accomplish. But you are worthy even when you rest. You do not need to prove your worth through constant achievement. You are valuable simply because you exist. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you is a reflection of self-love. Toxic relationships drain your energy and damage your self-esteem. Choose to spend time with those who encourage and inspire you. Loving yourself means walking away from anything that no longer serves your growth. Self-love also includes allowing yourself to dream. Many people hold themselves back from success because they don't believe they deserve it. But you do. You deserve happiness, love, and success. You are capable of achieving incredible things, but first you must believe in yourself. At the heart of self-love is the simple truth that you are enough. Right now, in this moment, just as you are. Not when you lose weight, not when you make more money, not when you achieve a certain goal. You are worthy of love and happiness exactly as you are today. Self-love is the most important relationship you will ever have because it is the foundation for everything else in your life. When you love yourself, you set the standard for how others will treat you. You walk through life with confidence, peace, and purpose. The journey to self-love is lifelong, but every step you take brings you closer to the happiness and fulfillment you deserve. Chapter 7. Healing through positive habits. Healing is not just about letting go of the past. It's about creating a new, healthier future. One of the most powerful ways to heal is through positive habits. Your daily habits shape your mindset, your emotions, and your overall well-being. The choices you make each day determine whether you stay stuck in pain or move forward into healing and success. Many people believe that healing is something that happens naturally over time, but the truth is, healing is an active process. You must choose to heal. You must create habits that support your growth, strengthen your mind, and nourish your soul. Every small positive habit you develop brings you one step closer to a healthier, happier life. One of the most important habits for healing is practicing self-care. Many people neglect themselves while focusing on work, relationships, or responsibilities. But if you don't take care of yourself, your mind and body will suffer. Make self-care a daily priority. Whether it's taking time to rest, nourishing your body with healthy food, or simply allowing yourself to slow down. Another powerful habit is starting your day with intention. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of waking up and immediately checking your phone or rushing into stress, create a morning routine that centers you. Start with gratitude, deep breathing, or a few moments of silence to set a positive mindset for the day ahead. Journaling is a simple yet powerful habit that helps with emotional healing. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences allows you to process your emotions in a healthy way. Instead of bottling up your emotions, express them on paper. This helps you gain clarity, release negative energy, and track your personal growth over time. Movement is another key habit for healing. Exercise is not just about physical health, it also improves mental and emotional well-being. Moving your body through walking, yoga, stretching, or any form of exercise releases stress, boosts your mood, and strengthens your resilience. Healing happens faster when you prioritize your physical health. Mindfulness is a habit that brings peace and clarity into your life. Practicing mindfulness means being fully present in the moment, without dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When you train your mind to stay present, you break free from negative thought patterns and experience greater peace and happiness. Surrounding yourself with positivity is another habit that supports healing. The people, conversations, and content you expose yourself to influence your thoughts and emotions. Choose relationships and environments that uplift and inspire you, rather than ones that drain your energy and bring negativity. Creating a habit of gratitude can transform your healing journey. When you focus on what you are grateful for, your mind shifts from pain to appreciation. Each day, take a moment to acknowledge the good in your life, no matter how small. Gratitude rewires your brain for positivity and helps you heal from past struggles. Letting go of toxic habits is just as important as building positive ones. Many people unknowingly hold on to habits that slow their healing, such as negative self-talk, unhealthy relationships, or avoiding their emotions. Identify the habits that are holding you back and make a conscious decision to replace them with healthier choices. Developing a habit of emotional regulation is essential for healing. Instead of reacting to stress, anger, or sadness impulsively, learn to pause and respond thoughtfully. Take deep breaths, step away from the situation, and reflect before reacting. Over time, this habit will help you maintain inner peace in difficult situations. Spending time in nature is a simple but powerful habit that supports healing. Being outdoors, whether in a park, near water, or in the mountains, helps calm the mind and refresh the soul. Nature has a healing energy that reduces stress, improves mood, and reconnects you with a sense of peace. Nourishing your mind with positive information is another habit that can transform your healing process. The books you read, the videos you watch, and the conversations you have all influence your thoughts. Feed your mind with knowledge and inspiration that strengthens your growth and resilience. Deep, restful sleep is one of the most overlooked habits for healing. Your body and mind need time to recover, and without proper rest, emotional wounds take longer to heal. Prioritize a bedtime routine that allows you to relax, unwind, and get enough sleep to recharge for the next day. A habit of self-reflection helps you track your healing progress. Take time regularly to check in with yourself. Are you making progress? Are you holding on to any old pain? What habits are working for you and what needs to change? Self-awareness is the key to continuous healing. Acts of kindness and service can also accelerate your healing. Helping others, even in small ways, shifts your focus from pain to purpose. When you give, you receive, whether it's through offering support, sharing kindness, or simply being there for someone in need. Healing is not just about receiving love, but also about giving it. Laughter and joy are habits that many people overlook in their healing journey. Make it a habit to do things that make you genuinely happy. Watch a funny movie, listen to uplifting music, spend time with loved ones, or engage in a hobby that brings you joy. Healing happens faster when you allow yourself to experience moments of lightness and laughter. Letting go of the need for perfection is a habit that brings peace. Many people delay their healing because they feel they must get everything right before they move forward. But perfection is an illusion. Healing is messy, progress is not always linear, and setbacks are part of growth. The goal is not to be perfect, it's to be better than you were yesterday. Practicing self-compassion daily is one of the most important habits for healing. Be patient with yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Remind yourself that healing takes time and that you are doing the best you can. Self-love and self-acceptance are at the core of every positive habit you develop. The small habits you practice each day determine your long-term healing and success. Consistency is more important than intensity. Small positive changes add up over time and create a life filled with peace, happiness, and resilience. Your healing is in your hands. Choose the habits that will lead you to the future you deserve. Chapter 8. Harnessing your inner strength. Strength is not just about physical power. It is about resilience, determination, and the ability to rise even when life knocks you down. Every person has inner strength, but not everyone knows how to access it. Harnessing your inner strength is about recognizing your power, trusting yourself, and pushing forward despite challenges. Life is full of obstacles. Some days you may feel like giving up, but true strength comes from continuing to move forward even when things seem impossible. Strength is not about never falling. It is about always getting back up. Every struggle you have faced has made you stronger, even if you don't realize it yet. Your mind is your greatest weapon. What you believe about yourself determines your ability to overcome difficulties. If you constantly tell yourself, "I am weak," you will feel weak. But if you tell yourself, "I am capable and strong," your actions will reflect that belief. Your thoughts shape your reality. Choose to believe in your own strength. One of the first steps to harnessing inner strength is learning to trust yourself. Many people doubt their abilities, constantly second-guessing their decisions. But strength comes from confidence. When you trust yourself, you become unstoppable because you no longer wait for others to validate you. Fear is often the greatest barrier to strength. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown can hold you back from reaching your potential. But strength is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to take action despite it. Every time you face your fears, you weaken their control over you. Resilience is the heart of inner strength. Life will not always go as planned, and you will experience setbacks. But resilience means adapting, learning, and continuing to move forward. The strongest people are not those who never fail, but those who refuse to let failure define them. Pain and hardship often reveal your true strength. The most difficult moments in life force you to dig deep and discover just how powerful you really are. What once felt impossible becomes a memory of what you overcame. The struggle you face today is the strength you will have tomorrow. Harnessing your inner strength also means learning to control your emotions. This does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means mastering them. A strong person does not let anger, frustration, or sadness dictate their actions. Instead, they acknowledge their emotions, process them, and choose how to respond. Self-discipline is another key to inner strength. Strength is not just about handling tough situations. It is also about making the right choices every day, even when it's hard. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. The more disciplined you are, the stronger you become. Surrounding yourself with the right people strengthens your mindset. The people in your life either lift you up or pull you down. Choose to be around those who inspire, support, and challenge you to be better. Strength is not just an individual effort, it is also influenced by those around you. Taking responsibility for your life is a sign of true strength. Many people blame others or circumstances for their struggles, but strong people own their choices. When you take full responsibility for your life, you take back control. No one else has power over your future except you. Inner strength is also about endurance. Some battles take time to win, and the strongest people are those who refuse to quit. Patience and persistence are just as important as power. If you keep pushing forward, you will eventually break through. Strength does not mean being unaffected by hardship. Even the strongest people experience pain, doubt, and sadness. But what sets them apart is their ability to keep going. Strength is about continuing to fight for your dreams, even when it feels like everything is against you. Developing mental toughness is a crucial part of harnessing inner strength. This means training your mind to stay focused, positive, and determined, no matter what happens. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build mental resilience. Every setback is a lesson that makes you stronger. Self-care is often overlooked in discussions about strength, but taking care of yourself is a sign of true power. Strong people know when to rest, recharge, and take care of their mental and physical well-being. Strength is not about pushing yourself until you break. It's about knowing when to refuel so you can keep going. One of the most important ways to strengthen yourself is to set goals and work toward them with unwavering determination. Having a clear purpose gives you direction, motivation, and something to fight for. Without goals, strength has no focus. Strength is built through action. You do not become strong by thinking about it. You become strong by proving it to yourself through action. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone, face your fears, and challenge yourself daily. Strength grows with every obstacle you overcome. Letting go of what no longer serves you is an act of strength. Many people hold on to toxic relationships, negative thoughts, or past failures because they fear change. But true strength is knowing when to walk away from what is holding you back. You cannot build a strong future while clinging to a broken past. Finally, strength is about believing in yourself, even when no one else does. There will be times when you feel alone on your journey, when others doubt you, or when success seems out of reach. But true strength comes from within. Believe in yourself, keep moving forward, and never forget that you are capable of overcoming anything. Your strength is already within you. All you have to do is harness it. Strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build. Every challenge, every setback, and every difficult moment is an opportunity to strengthen yourself. The more you push through obstacles, the more resilient and powerful you become. Strength is a skill that must be practiced daily. A crucial part of inner strength is learning to embrace discomfort. Many people avoid difficult situations because they fear struggle. But growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone, when you stop fearing discomfort and start seeing it as a path to success. You unlock a new level of strength. Your mindset determines your ability to harness your inner strength. If you believe you are weak, you will act weak. But if you tell yourself, "I can handle this," your mind will rise to the challenge. Your thoughts are the foundation of your strength. Make sure they empower you, not limit you. Taking control of your reactions is another key aspect of strength. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Strong people do not allow external events to dictate their emotions. Instead, they remain calm, focused, and intentional in their actions. Adversity is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Every difficult experience carries a lesson that can make you stronger. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Reframing struggles as learning opportunities shifts your perspective and builds resilience. Another important aspect of inner strength is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and those who succeed are the ones who adjust quickly. Being flexible in your thinking and actions allows you to overcome unexpected challenges with confidence and grace. One habit that strengthens your mind is daily reflection. Take time each day to review your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Ask yourself, what did I handle well today? What could I improve? This practice keeps you aware of your growth and helps you stay focused on becoming stronger. Letting go of excuses is a powerful act of strength. Many people convince themselves that they are too tired, too busy, or not capable enough to reach their goals. But strong individuals take responsibility for their lives. They do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. Self-doubt weakens your inner strength, but self-belief amplifies it. If you constantly question yourself, you drain your own power. Instead, remind yourself of past victories and moments where you overcame difficulties. Confidence grows every time you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. One of the greatest strengths you can develop is the ability to keep going when motivation fades. It's easy to be strong when you feel inspired, but true strength is continuing even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is more reliable than motivation. The strongest people do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like doing it. Patience is another overlooked aspect of strength. Many people want instant results, but true success takes time. Having the patience to persist through slow progress is a sign of great strength. Trusting the process, even when results aren't immediate, separates the strong from the weak. Mental and emotional strength also come from having a clear vision. When you know exactly what you want, you have something to fight for. People who lack direction often feel weak because they don't know what they are pushing toward. Define your goals and use them as fuel for your strength. Learning how to say no is a skill that strengthens your inner power. Weak people say yes to everything, fearing rejection or disapproval. But strong people know their priorities and protect their time and energy. Saying no to what doesn't serve you is saying yes to yourself. Another essential strength is the ability to handle criticism. Not everyone will support you, and some people will try to tear you down. But strong individuals do not let negative opinions define them. They listen, evaluate, and decide for themselves what feedback is valuable and what is not. Your past failures do not make you weak, they make you wiser. Many people allow their past mistakes to hold them back, believing that failing once means they will always fail. But strong people see failure as a stepping stone, not a stopping point. Every mistake is a lesson that makes you more prepared for success. Developing mental toughness requires consistent effort. It is not something that happens overnight. Training your mind, just like training your body, requires daily practice. Read, learn, challenge yourself, and keep pushing beyond your limits. Another powerful source of inner strength is gratitude. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your energy shifts. Gratitude strengthens your mindset by reminding you of the progress you've already made and the opportunities still ahead. Strong people do not seek validation from others. They know their worth, even if no one else recognizes it. The moment you stop needing approval from others is the moment you become truly powerful. Trust in yourself and your abilities. Inner strength also means being honest with yourself. Many people avoid looking at their weaknesses because they fear what they will find. But true strength comes from self-awareness. When you can acknowledge your flaws without fear, you can start improving them. The strongest people are those who are willing to face the truth. Finally, remember that strength is a lifelong journey. There will be times when you feel tired, discouraged, or even broken. But no matter how difficult the road gets, you have the power to rise again. You are stronger than you think, and every challenge you overcome is proof of your resilience. Keep pushing forward. Your greatest victories are yet to come. Chapter 9. Mindfulness as Medicine. In a world full of distractions, stress, and uncertainty, mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for healing. It is the ability to be fully present, aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without judgment. Mindfulness is not just a relaxation technique. It is a form of medicine that nurtures your mind, body, and soul. Many people spend their lives trapped in the past or anxious about the future. They replay old mistakes, worry about what's next, and rarely experience the present moment. But true healing happens in the now. The more you train your mind to focus on the present, the more peace and clarity you will experience. One of the greatest benefits of mindfulness is stress reduction. When you are mindful, you stop overthinking and allow yourself to simply be. Stress comes from resisting the present moment. Mindfulness teaches you to accept it. Instead of worrying about what might happen, you learn to appreciate where you are right now. Mindfulness also improves emotional regulation. Many people react impulsively to emotions, allowing anger, sadness, or anxiety to control their actions. But when you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your emotions without letting them overwhelm you. You recognize that feelings are temporary, and you gain the power to respond rather than react. Breathing is a powerful gateway to mindfulness. Your breath is always in the present moment. It does not exist in the past or future. When you focus on deep, intentional breathing, you naturally bring your mind back to the present. This simple habit can instantly calm your nervous system and help you regain control. Mindful awareness also helps you break free from negative thought patterns. Many people go through life on autopilot, unaware of the stories their minds are constantly repeating. Mindfulness allows you to step back and question your thoughts instead of automatically believing them. You begin to notice which thoughts serve you and which ones you need to let go of. Another benefit of mindfulness is its ability to enhance relationships. When you are fully present with others, you listen more deeply, communicate more effectively, and build stronger connections. Most people don't truly listen. They are simply waiting for their turn to speak. But mindfulness teaches you to be fully engaged, creating deeper and more meaningful relationships. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool for self-awareness. The more present you are, the more you understand yourself, your triggers, your habits, and your deepest desires. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. The better you know yourself, the more power you have to create a life that aligns with your values. Practicing mindfulness does not mean avoiding challenges. It means facing them with a clear and calm mind. When you approach difficulties with mindfulness, you are less likely to be overwhelmed and more likely to find effective solutions. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond with wisdom and clarity. Mindfulness also strengthens resilience. Life will always bring obstacles, but when you cultivate mindfulness, you learn to navigate them with grace. Instead of being controlled by stress, you develop the ability to stay grounded and focused, no matter what is happening around you. One simple way to incorporate mindfulness into your life is through meditation. Meditation is not about emptying your mind. It is about observing your thoughts without attachment. By practicing meditation, even for a few minutes a day, you train your mind to be more present, calm, and focused. Mindfulness can also be practiced in daily activities. Whether you are eating, walking, or working, you can bring awareness to the moment. Instead of rushing through life, slow down and fully experience what you are doing. The more present you are, the richer life becomes. Another powerful mindfulness technique is body awareness. Many people live disconnected from their bodies, ignoring physical tension or discomfort. By paying attention to how your body feels, you become more in tune with its needs, leading to better health and overall well-being. Gratitude and mindfulness go hand in hand. When you are fully present, you start to notice the small blessings around you, things you may have overlooked before. Practicing gratitude in the present moment shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already abundant in your life. Mindfulness also helps you let go of control. Many people suffer because they try to force life to go their way. But true peace comes from accepting what you cannot change and focusing on what you can. When you surrender to the present, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Another benefit of mindfulness is improved concentration. In a world filled with distractions, staying focused is a rare skill. Mindfulness strengthens your ability to concentrate, helping you work more efficiently and enjoy deeper engagement in whatever you do. Mindful living also promotes self-compassion. When you observe your thoughts without judgment, you stop being so hard on yourself. You recognize that you are human and it's okay to have flaws, make mistakes, and experience difficult emotions. Self-compassion leads to greater emotional healing. Mindfulness is not something you do once. It is a lifelong practice. The more you integrate it into your daily life, the more natural it becomes. Over time, mindfulness transforms the way you think, feel, and experience the world, leading to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. At its core, mindfulness is a reminder that life is happening right now. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, but the present is always available to you. When you embrace the present moment fully, you unlock a level of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Healing does not come from escaping reality. It comes from fully embracing it. Mindfulness is the key to true healing, allowing you to release what no longer serves you and step into a life of clarity, peace, and purpose. Your greatest power lies in this very moment. The more mindful you become, the more alive you will feel. Mindfulness is not about controlling your thoughts. It is about observing them. Many people struggle with overthinking, allowing their minds to become consumed by worries, regrets, and distractions. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to watch your thoughts pass by like clouds in the sky, acknowledging them, but not letting them control you. Another important aspect of mindfulness is the ability to detach from negative emotions. It is natural to feel sadness, anger, or frustration at times, but these emotions do not have to define you. Through mindfulness, you develop the ability to recognize emotions as temporary experiences rather than permanent states of being. Many people live on autopilot, going through their days without truly being present. They eat without tasting their food, walk without noticing their surroundings, and talk without really listening. Mindfulness wakes you up from this unconscious state, helping you fully experience and appreciate each moment of life. One of the greatest gifts of mindfulness is clarity. When your mind is clouded with stress and distractions, it is difficult to make good decisions. But when you cultivate mindfulness, you create space for clear thinking, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with wisdom instead of impulsiveness. Mindfulness also plays a major role in reducing anxiety. Anxiety is often rooted in thoughts about the future, worrying about what might happen, what could go wrong, or what needs to be done. By grounding yourself in the present moment, mindfulness pulls you away from the cycle of anxious thoughts and brings peace to your mind. A mindful person understands that suffering often comes from resistance. The more you resist a situation, the more pain it causes. Mindfulness teaches acceptance, not as a sign of weakness, but as a path to inner peace. When you accept what is, you free yourself from unnecessary struggle. Many people think happiness is something they must chase. They believe they will be happy once they get a new job, a relationship, or more money. But mindfulness reveals that happiness is not found in the future. It exists only in the present moment. The more present you become, the more you realize that joy is already within you. Practicing mindfulness strengthens your connection with yourself. The more you observe your thoughts, emotions, and reactions, the more you understand who you truly are. This self-awareness helps you make choices that align with your values, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Mindfulness also allows you to cultivate patience. In a fast-paced world, people often expect instant results and feel frustrated when things don't happen quickly. But when you develop mindfulness, you learn to trust the timing of life and embrace the journey instead of rushing toward the destination. Another powerful benefit of mindfulness is the ability to find peace in solitude. Many people fear being alone because they have never learned to sit with themselves. Mindfulness teaches you that solitude is not loneliness. It is an opportunity to connect with yourself on a deeper level. A mindful life is a simple life. When you are fully present, you realize that you do not need as much as you thought to be happy. You begin to appreciate the little things: laughter, fresh air, a warm cup of tea. Simplicity becomes beautiful, and you stop chasing things that do not truly fulfill you. Mindfulness helps you release old emotional wounds. Many people carry pain from the past, allowing it to influence their present actions. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to observe past hurts without attaching to them, creating space for healing and freedom. The way you treat your body is also influenced by mindfulness. When you eat mindfully, you listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. When you move mindfully, you appreciate the way your body functions. The more awareness you bring to your physical self, the more you develop a relationship of respect and care for it. Creativity flourishes when you practice mindfulness. When your mind is free from clutter, you have more space for new ideas, inspiration, and imagination. Many of the greatest artists, writers, and thinkers have credited mindfulness with unlocking their creative potential. Mindfulness can also transform your relationship with time. Instead of always rushing, feeling overwhelmed by schedules and deadlines, you learn to be fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Time slows down when you are truly present, making every moment more meaningful. The practice of mindfulness extends beyond the self. It influences how you treat others. When you are mindful, you become more compassionate, understanding, and patient. You listen with full attention, appreciate the presence of loved ones, and build stronger connections. One of the greatest lessons of mindfulness is realizing that you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts may tell you that you are not good enough, that you will fail, or that you are unworthy. But mindfulness teaches you to step back and recognize these thoughts as passing mental activity, not absolute truth. Mindfulness also enhances physical healing. Studies have shown that people who practice mindfulness experience reduced inflammation, lower blood pressure, and improved immune function. When your mind is at peace, your body follows, allowing healing to happen naturally. At its deepest level, mindfulness is a spiritual practice. It connects you to something greater than yourself, whether you call it the universe, life, or your own inner wisdom. Through mindfulness, you develop a deep sense of trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Ultimately, mindfulness is about embracing life as it is. Instead of wishing for things to be different, you learn to appreciate the beauty of the present moment. By living mindfully, you free yourself from the burdens of the past and worries about the future, stepping fully into the peace that is always available to you. Chapter 10. Turning Pain into Purpose. Pain is an unavoidable part of life. Everyone experiences loss, failure, disappointment, or heartbreak at some point. But what separates those who remain stuck in suffering from those who rise above it is the ability to transform pain into purpose. Pain is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. When you use your struggles as fuel for growth, you turn them into a source of power. Many people try to escape pain by suppressing it, ignoring it, or numbing themselves with distractions. But avoiding pain only prolongs suffering. The first step in turning pain into purpose is facing it head-on. When you acknowledge your pain instead of running from it, you begin to take control of your healing. Every painful experience carries a lesson. Sometimes pain teaches you resilience. Sometimes it forces you to grow, and sometimes it pushes you to change direction. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" start asking, What is this trying to teach me? The lesson within your pain is the key to your transformation. Pain often reveals hidden strengths. Some of the most successful, wise, and compassionate people in the world have endured great hardships. They did not let their pain define them. They used it as a foundation for their strength. The struggles you face today may be shaping you into the person you need to become tomorrow. One way to transform pain into purpose is by helping others who are going through similar struggles. Your experiences, no matter how difficult, can serve as a guide for someone else. The wisdom you gained from your pain can be the very thing that gives hope to others. Some of the greatest leaders, healers, and change-makers in history were driven by their own suffering. They turned their pain into movements, inventions, and missions that changed the world. Instead of letting pain make you bitter, let it make you better. Channel it into something meaningful that benefits others. Pain also teaches you what truly matters. Often, hardships strip away distractions and force you to focus on what is important. You learn who you really are, what you truly want, and what is worth fighting for. Pain has a way of clarifying your purpose in ways that comfort never can. Another way to find purpose in pain is by using it as motivation. Instead of seeing your past struggles as limitations, use them as proof of your strength. Let them remind you that if you survived your worst days, you can handle anything life throws at you. Turning pain into purpose does not mean ignoring the hurt. It means allowing yourself to feel, process, and heal while choosing to move forward. Healing does not erase pain, but it transforms it into something greater. Every scar you carry is a reminder of your ability to overcome. Sometimes pain forces you to change direction. A lost job may lead you to a better career. A broken relationship may push you towards self-love. A failure may guide you to a new opportunity. Pain often redirects you to where you are truly meant to be. Resilience is built through adversity. If life were always easy, you would never develop strength, patience, or courage. Pain is the fire that forges character. The more challenges you face, the stronger and wiser you become. Gratitude is a powerful tool for transforming pain. It may seem impossible to be grateful in the middle of suffering, but even the hardest moments carry hidden blessings. Pain teaches you appreciation for love, for life, and for the moments of joy that you once took for granted. Forgiveness is another key to finding purpose in pain. Holding on to resentment keeps you stuck in suffering. When you forgive, not for others, but for yourself, you release the chains that bind you to the past and create space for healing and growth. Creativity can be a powerful outlet for processing pain. Many of the world's greatest art, music, and literature were born from struggle. Turning pain into expression allows you to transform it into something beautiful. Your story, your voice, and your perspective can inspire others in ways you never imagined. Pain often leads to self-discovery. In your hardest moments, you learn what you are truly capable of. You realize that you are stronger than you thought, braver than you imagined, and more resilient than you ever believed. Pain forces you to discover the depth of your own power. Faith, whether in yourself, the universe, or something greater, can turn pain into purpose. Believing that your struggles have meaning gives you the strength to keep going. When you trust that everything is happening for a reason, you shift from victim to warrior. Letting go of what no longer serves you is another lesson pain teaches. Pain often comes from holding on to things, people, beliefs, expectations that are not meant for you. When you release what is no longer aligned with your growth, you create space for something better. Your pain can become a source of inspiration. When you share your story, you give others hope. When you rise above your struggles, you show others that they can too. Your journey can be a light for those still lost in darkness. Turning pain into purpose requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing yourself as broken, see yourself as evolving. Instead of focusing on what you lost, focus on what you gained. Your greatest struggles can become your greatest strengths if you choose to see them that way. No one goes through life without pain, but everyone has a choice in how they respond to it. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can let it keep you stuck, or you can use it to propel you forward. The choice is yours. Turn your pain into purpose, and you will find a strength within you that nothing can shake. Pain is often misunderstood. Many people see it as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. But in reality, pain is one of the greatest teachers life has to offer. Every moment of struggle carries within it a lesson, a hidden opportunity for growth, and a chance to become stronger. One of the most powerful things you can do with pain is to turn it into wisdom. The struggles you have faced, the lessons you have learned, and the battles you have fought have given you knowledge that others do not have. That wisdom is valuable, and it can be used to help guide others who are walking a similar path. Pain often forces you to grow in ways you never expected. Difficult times push you beyond your comfort zone, challenging you to evolve, adapt, and change. Without pain, many people would remain stagnant, never reaching their full potential. It is in the darkest moments that the strongest versions of ourselves are forged. People who have experienced pain often develop deeper levels of empathy and understanding. When you have suffered, you are able to relate to others who are going through similar struggles. This makes you a source of comfort, wisdom, and guidance to those who may be feeling lost. Some of the greatest stories of success, innovation, and transformation come from those who turned their pain into something greater. Every struggle you overcome becomes part of your story, and that story has the power to inspire others. Whether it is through writing, speaking, art, or personal mentorship, your pain can become a light for someone else. Healing does not mean forgetting what hurt you. It means finding meaning in it. Instead of letting pain consume you, choose to see it as something that shaped you into who you are today. Every scar tells a story, and every hardship you've endured has contributed to the strength you now possess. Pain can serve as motivation to create change, not only in your own life, but in the world around you. Some of the most powerful movements in history were started by people who suffered deeply and used that suffering to fuel change. When you channel pain into action, it stops being a burden and becomes a driving force for something meaningful. One of the biggest misconceptions about pain is that it means something is wrong. But pain is often a sign of transformation, of growth, of something new being born. Just like a seed must break apart in the soil before it can grow into a tree, sometimes we must break before we can truly rebuild ourselves. Turning pain into purpose requires perspective. If you only see pain as suffering, you will remain stuck in it. But if you see it as a stepping stone to something greater, it becomes a tool for growth. The way you interpret your struggles determines whether they will weaken you or strengthen you. Every painful experience has the potential to make you wiser, more resilient, and more courageous. The question is not whether you will face pain in life. The question is what you will do with it. Will you let it break you, or will you use it to build something greater? Many people hold on to their pain, allowing it to define them. But true healing happens when you take ownership of your story. Your pain does not have to be a life sentence. It can be the beginning of a new chapter. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim of your past and start seeing yourself as the author of your future, everything changes. One of the most powerful ways to transform pain into purpose is through gratitude. It may seem impossible to be grateful for something that hurt you, But when you shift your mindset, you begin to see how even the most painful experiences have shaped you for the better. Gratitude does not erase pain, but it allows you to see beyond it. Pain often teaches patience. Healing is not an overnight process, and neither is transformation. It takes time to find purpose in what you've been through, but if you stay open to the lessons your pain is teaching you, you will eventually see how it was preparing you for something greater. The people who inspire us the most are often those who have faced great adversity and refused to let it break them. They turned their pain into motivation, their struggles into wisdom, and their hardships into stepping stones. Their stories remind us that pain does not have to be the end. It can be the beginning. Turning pain into purpose is not about ignoring the hurt. It is about using it to create something meaningful. Your pain can become the fuel that drives you to help others, to chase your dreams, and to create a life that is stronger and richer because of what you have endured. Sometimes, pain reveals your true calling. Many people discover their purpose not through comfort, but through struggle. The very thing that caused you the most suffering may be what leads you to your greatest achievements. Pain tests your faith in yourself, in life, and in the future. But faith is what carries you through the hardest times. If you believe that there is meaning in your struggles, that there is a purpose behind your pain, you will find the strength to keep moving forward. Your pain is part of your story, but it does not have to be the whole story. You have the power to decide what happens next. Will you let pain define you, or will you use it to redefine yourself? Some of the most beautiful things in life are born from pain. Diamonds are created under pressure. Gold is refined by fire. The strongest trees grow in the harshest conditions. Your struggles are shaping you into something extraordinary, if you allow them to. At the end of the day, pain is just energy. You can either let it consume you, or you can transform it into something powerful. The choice is yours. You have the ability to take your pain, your struggles, and your hardships, and turn them into something meaningful. Something that will not only heal you, but also inspire and uplift others. Your pain has a purpose, your struggles have meaning, and your story is not over yet. The next chapter is yours to write. Make it a story of strength, resilience, and transformation. Chapter 11. Surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your mindset, emotions, and overall success. Your environment shapes you, and the relationships in your life either lift you up or pull you down. If you want to grow, heal, and thrive, you must be intentional about the company you keep. Many people underestimate the influence of those around them. You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and drama, it will be difficult to maintain a positive and productive mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who inspire and support you, you naturally rise to a higher level. One of the biggest mistakes people make is holding on to relationships that no longer serve them. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time does not mean they deserve to stay. Growth often requires letting go of people who drain your energy, discourage your dreams, or bring negativity into your life. The right people will challenge you to become better. They will push you to step outside your comfort zone, encourage your ambitions, and celebrate your successes. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded individuals creates an environment where you can reach your full potential. Toxic relationships, on the other hand, can keep you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and fear. If the people around you constantly criticize you, belittle your goals, or bring unnecessary drama into your life, it may be time to set boundaries or walk away. Protecting your peace is more important than keeping unhealthy connections. Success is not just about talent or hard work. It is also about who you choose to associate with. Many successful people credit their achievements to the mentors, friends, and partners who supported and challenged them along the way. Your network is one of your greatest assets, so choose it wisely. One way to ensure you are surrounded by the right people is to ask yourself, do the people in my life bring me energy, or do they drain it? If you constantly feel exhausted, discouraged, or undervalued after spending time with certain individuals, it may be a sign that they are not meant to be in your inner circle. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and support. The right people will not only be there for you when things are going well, but they will also stand by your side during difficult times. Pay attention to who celebrates your victories and who disappears when you need them the most. Not everyone in your life will understand your journey, and that is okay. You do not need approval from everyone to pursue your dreams. The right people will believe in you even when you doubt yourself and remind you of your potential when you feel lost. Finding the right people requires you to be intentional about where you invest your time and energy. Seek out environments that attract growth-minded individuals. Networking events, mentorship programs, or online communities where people share your values and ambitions. Building the right relationships is a conscious choice. One of the most important relationships you will ever have is with yourself. If you want to attract the right people, you must first become the right person. Work on your mindset, values, and personal growth, and you will naturally attract individuals who align with your vision. Not everyone who starts with you will finish with you. As you grow, some relationships will fade, and that is a natural part of life. Do not be afraid to outgrow people who are not evolving in the same direction as you. Growth sometimes means walking alone for a while. The people you surround yourself with should inspire you to be better, not keep you comfortable in mediocrity. If you are the smartest or most ambitious person in your circle, it may be time to expand your network. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to rise higher. Toxic relationships often come disguised as friendships, family ties, or romantic connections. Just because someone is close to you does not mean they are good for you. Pay attention to how people make you feel, and do not be afraid to distance yourself from relationships that are holding you back. Surrounding yourself with the right people also means being selective about the energy you allow into your space. Not every invitation needs to be accepted. Not every argument needs a response, and not every connection needs to be maintained. Be intentional about who you give your time and energy to. Strong relationships are built on trust, honesty, and shared values. The right people will support your dreams, respect your boundaries, and encourage your growth. If a relationship requires you to dim your light, sacrifice your values, or constantly explain your worth, it is not the right one. Support is a two-way street. If you want to attract good people into your life, you must also be a good friend, mentor, or partner. Be the type of person you want to surround yourself with, generous, kind, and growth-focused. Surrounding yourself with the right people does not mean cutting off everyone who is struggling. It means maintaining relationships with those who uplift and support you, while keeping boundaries with those who bring negativity. You can love people from a distance without allowing their energy to affect your growth. Your environment either nurtures your success or suffocates it. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who encourage you to dream bigger, work harder, and believe in yourself. The right people will remind you of your strength, your worth, and your potential. At the end of the day, you have the power to decide who is in your life. Be fearless in choosing relationships that bring value, joy, and growth. Your circle should reflect the future you are building, not the past you are leaving behind. Surround yourself with the right people, and you will become unstoppable. Building the right circle of people in your life is a process, not a one-time decision. As you evolve, your needs, goals, and values will change, and the people you surround yourself with should reflect this growth. It's important to reassess your relationships regularly and ensure that they align with the person you are becoming. The right people will challenge your excuses. They won't let you settle for less than what you're capable of. While some people may encourage you to stay in your comfort zone, the right circle will push you to reach higher, take risks, and grow into your full potential. One of the biggest signs of a healthy relationship is mutual encouragement. When you succeed, do your friends celebrate with you, or do they become distant? Jealousy and competition have no place in true friendships. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you win. A powerful way to attract the right people into your life is by setting clear boundaries. When you establish your values and communicate your limits, you naturally filter out those who don't respect or align with your path. People who do not value you will resist your boundaries, but those who truly care will honor them. One of the biggest lessons in life is that not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people enter your life for a season, teaching you lessons, bringing experiences, and helping you grow. Letting go is not always a sign of loss. It's often a sign of progress. Your energy is sacred. Be mindful of how you feel after spending time with certain people. If you leave a conversation feeling drained, discouraged, or insecure, it may be a sign that the relationship is not serving you. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is necessary for your well-being. Many people struggle to let go of toxic relationships because of guilt or history. Just because you have known someone for a long time does not mean they are meant to be part of your future. Loyalty should not come at the cost of your peace, growth, or success. The right people will help you maintain perspective during difficult times. When life gets tough, they won't just offer sympathy. They will remind you of your strength and resilience. They will help you see challenges as opportunities rather than setbacks. One of the biggest indicators of the right people is how they speak about others when they are not around. If someone constantly gossips, complains, or spreads negativity, chances are they will do the same about you. Surround yourself with people who uplift rather than tear others down. If you want to attract high-quality relationships, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. The energy you give off will determine the kind of people you attract. When you operate at a higher frequency, you naturally draw in those who match your mindset and ambition. Sometimes, growth can feel lonely. As you evolve, you may find yourself walking away from relationships that no longer serve you. But do not be afraid of solitude. Use it as a time to strengthen yourself, define your goals, and prepare for the right people to enter your life. The people you surround yourself with should inspire you, not drain you. Your relationships should feel like an investment, not an obligation. If a connection feels forced, one-sided, or emotionally exhausting, it may be time to let it go. It's important to surround yourself with people who encourage honest conversations. True relationships are built on trust, openness, and real discussions, even when those discussions are uncomfortable. The right people will tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. One of the most underrated forms of self-care is choosing who you allow into your life. Your environment shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality. Be intentional about the energy you surround yourself with, because it will influence everything you do. Building strong relationships requires effort. If you want to keep the right people in your life, you must also be a source of encouragement, inspiration, and honesty. Be the friend, mentor, or partner that you wish to have in return. If someone does not support your growth, they may be resisting their own. People who are uncomfortable with their own lack of progress often feel threatened by those who are evolving. Do not shrink yourself to make others feel more comfortable. Keep growing and the right people will rise with you. Surrounding yourself with the right people does not mean cutting everyone out of your life. It means creating balance, knowing who to invest deeply in, who to keep at a distance, and who to walk away from entirely. Not every relationship needs the same level of energy or commitment. Networking is another key to finding the right people. Sometimes, the relationships that change your life come from unexpected places. Attend events, join communities, and seek out environments where like-minded individuals gather. Your next mentor, partner, or best friend may be one conversation away. The right people will never make you feel small. They will encourage you to dream bigger, take risks, and believe in yourself. If you find yourself constantly justifying your ambitions or dimming your light around certain people, take it as a sign that they are not aligned with your future. At the end of the day, relationships should add value to your life. If a relationship does not bring joy, growth, or support, then it is not worth holding on to. Choose your circle wisely, because the people around you will either push you forward or hold you back. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and bring out the best in you. Your future depends on it. Chapter 12. Maintaining emotional balance. Emotional balance is the key to living a peaceful and fulfilling life. When your emotions are in control, you think more clearly, make better decisions, and handle challenges with confidence. However, without balance, emotions can overwhelm you, cloud your judgment, and create unnecessary stress. Learning how to regulate your emotions is one of the most important skills for personal growth and success. Many people allow their emotions to control them instead of mastering their emotions. They react impulsively, let small problems ruin their day, and struggle to find inner peace. But true strength comes from managing emotions wisely, rather than letting them dictate your actions. Emotional balance does not mean suppressing emotions. It means acknowledging your feelings without letting them consume you. Suppressing emotions only builds tension, while emotional balance allows you to feel, process, and move forward in a healthy way. One of the most effective ways to maintain emotional balance is through self-awareness. You must understand what triggers your emotions, what makes you feel out of control, and how your reactions impact your life. The more aware you are of your emotional patterns, the easier it is to manage them. Breathing exercises are a powerful tool for emotional regulation. When emotions start to rise, whether it's anger, stress, or anxiety, taking deep, slow breaths can instantly calm your nervous system. Breathwork helps you stay grounded in the present moment and regain control over your emotions. Your mindset plays a huge role in emotional balance. If you constantly focus on negativity, challenges will feel overwhelming. But if you train your mind to see difficulties as opportunities for growth, you will respond with strength rather than frustration. One of the biggest challenges to emotional balance is overreacting. When something goes wrong, many people jump to conclusions, assume the worst, or let their emotions spiral out of control. Learning to pause before reacting can prevent unnecessary stress and help you make better decisions. Setting emotional boundaries is essential for balance. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Some people drain your energy, create drama, or provoke negativity. Protecting your emotional well-being means choosing where to invest your energy and who to share your emotions with. Another important habit for emotional stability is self-care. Taking care of your body and mind through sleep, nutrition, and exercise directly affects your emotional state. When you are physically exhausted or unhealthy, your emotions become harder to manage. Gratitude is a powerful tool for emotional balance. When you focus on what is going well in your life, it shifts your perspective and prevents negative emotions from taking over. Practicing gratitude daily can help you stay grounded, even during tough times. Journaling is another effective way to process emotions. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to reflect, gain clarity, and release emotional tension. Sometimes, simply expressing emotions on paper helps prevent them from building up inside. Surrounding yourself with emotionally stable people also influences your own emotional balance. If you are around people who are constantly negative, dramatic, or reactive, their energy will affect you. Choose to spend time with those who bring peace and stability into your life. Forgiveness is essential for emotional balance. Holding on to anger, resentment, or past pain only creates emotional instability. Letting go does not mean excusing bad behavior. It means freeing yourself from emotional weight that no longer serves you. Emotional balance also requires accepting that life will not always go as planned. Unexpected events, disappointments, and failures are part of life. The key is to adapt and manage your emotions instead of allowing them to control you. Practicing mindfulness helps keep emotions in check. Being fully present in the moment prevents you from getting lost in past regrets or future worries. When you focus on the now, you experience life with clarity and calmness. Developing patience is crucial for emotional stability. Many emotional reactions come from frustration, impatience, or the desire for instant results. Learning to trust the timing of life and remain patient prevents unnecessary stress and disappointment. Letting go of the need to control everything can greatly improve emotional balance. Some things are simply beyond your control, and trying to control everything only leads to frustration. Instead, focus on what you can change and release the rest. Your thoughts create your emotions. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, your emotions will reflect that. Choose to focus on empowering, uplifting, and productive thoughts to maintain emotional balance. Daily routines can also help stabilize emotions. Having a structured morning or evening routine creates a sense of consistency and control, which reduces emotional chaos. Small daily habits, such as meditation or reflection, can set a positive tone for the day. At the core of emotional balance is self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, allow yourself to feel, and remind yourself that emotions are a natural part of life. The goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to learn how to navigate them with wisdom and grace. Emotional balance is a lifelong practice, but the more you master it, the stronger, happier, and more peaceful your life will become. Emotional balance is not something that happens overnight. It is a skill that must be developed through consistent effort and awareness. Just like physical fitness requires regular exercise, emotional stability requires daily mental and emotional training. The more you practice, the stronger your ability to handle emotions becomes. One of the biggest misconceptions about emotional balance is that it means feeling happy all the time. In reality, emotional balance means allowing yourself to experience all emotions, happiness, sadness, anger, fear, without being overwhelmed by them. Instead of suppressing emotions, you learn to process them in a healthy way. Developing emotional resilience is key to maintaining balance. Resilience allows you to bounce back from difficult situations without letting them destroy your inner peace. Life will always present challenges, but when you build emotional resilience, those challenges become opportunities for growth rather than sources of despair. One powerful way to cultivate emotional balance is through acceptance. Many people struggle with their emotions because they resist them. They try to avoid sadness, ignore anger, or suppress fear. But emotions are natural. Accepting them allows you to move through them rather than being stuck in them. Emotional triggers can throw you off balance if you are not aware of them. Everyone has triggers. specific situations, words, or people that cause an intense emotional reaction. Learning to recognize your triggers allows you to respond with awareness instead of reacting impulsively. A great technique for maintaining emotional balance is practicing the pause and reflect method. Before reacting emotionally to a situation, take a deep breath, step back, and ask yourself, is this reaction helping or hurting me? This simple pause can prevent unnecessary conflict and emotional distress. Social media and news consumption can have a significant impact on emotional stability. Constant exposure to negative news, online arguments, and unrealistic comparisons can drain your energy and create emotional turmoil. Limiting screen time and curating your online experience can help protect your peace. Learning how to say, "I don't need to respond to this," is a powerful emotional skill. Not every situation requires your reaction, and not every argument is worth engaging in. Emotional balance means choosing when to invest your energy and when to walk away. Another key to emotional stability is having a healthy outlet for emotions. Whether it's exercise, creative expression, or deep conversations, finding a productive way to release emotions prevents them from building up inside and leading to stress or anxiety. One of the most overlooked aspects of emotional balance is the importance of getting enough rest. When you are sleep-deprived, your emotions become harder to regulate. Fatigue lowers patience, increases irritability, and makes small problems feel much bigger than they are. Prioritizing sleep improves emotional control. The way you start and end your day plays a crucial role in emotional stability. Beginning your morning with gratitude, meditation, or positive affirmations can set a calm tone for the day. Likewise, ending the day with reflection, journaling, or relaxation can help you process emotions and reset your mind. It is important to remember that emotional balance does not mean avoiding conflict. Sometimes, addressing problems directly is necessary for maintaining inner peace. Suppressing emotions in order to keep the peace can lead to resentment and imbalance. Instead, learn to communicate your feelings assertively and respectfully. Forgiveness is another essential component of emotional well-being. Holding on to grudges or past hurts creates emotional baggage that weighs you down. Letting go does not mean excusing bad behavior. It means choosing peace over prolonged suffering. Practicing self-compassion can transform your emotional state. Many people are kind to others but harsh toward themselves. Learning to treat yourself with the same patience and understanding that you give to others helps maintain emotional balance. Mindfulness and deep breathing exercises are simple yet powerful techniques for emotional control. By focusing on the present moment and your breath, you bring your awareness away from past regrets or future worries, allowing yourself to find peace in the now. Your diet and physical health directly impact your emotions. Poor nutrition, dehydration, and lack of physical movement can lead to irritability, mood swings, and increased stress. Taking care of your body is an essential part of taking care of your emotional well-being. Having a support system is crucial for maintaining balance. Talking to trusted friends, family members, or mentors can help you process emotions and gain new perspectives. Bottling up emotions often leads to stress, while expressing them in a healthy way fosters relief and clarity. Practicing gratitude daily can shift your emotional state dramatically. When you focus on what you appreciate instead of what is lacking, your mind naturally becomes more balanced and positive. Even in difficult situations, finding one thing to be grateful for can help shift your perspective. Developing a routine that includes moments of stillness and self-reflection can help stabilize emotions. When you take time to check in with yourself, you become more aware of your feelings and can address emotional imbalances before they escalate. Ultimately, emotional balance is a lifelong journey. There will be days when you feel completely in control and others when emotions feel overwhelming. The key is to keep practicing, keep learning, and keep prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being. Each step forward brings more peace, strength, and resilience into your life. Emotional balance is not about eliminating emotions. It is about mastering them. The more you practice, the more control you gain, and the more peaceful your life becomes. Keep striving, keep growing, and remember, your emotions should serve you, not control you. Chapter 13. Becoming the architect of your new life. Your life is a reflection of the choices you make. Every decision, habit, and belief you hold shapes the reality you experience. If you want a better future, you must take control and design it with intention. Becoming the architect of your new life means stepping into your power, setting clear goals, and taking consistent action to build the life you truly want. Many people feel stuck in life because they believe they have no control over their circumstances. But the truth is, your life does not change until you decide to change it. You are not a victim of your past. You are the creator of your future. One of the first steps in designing your new life is letting go of limiting beliefs. Many people hold on to negative thoughts that keep them trapped in old patterns. They tell themselves they are not smart enough, not talented enough, or not lucky enough to succeed. But these beliefs are just stories. You have the power to rewrite them. Clarity is essential in building a new life. If you do not know what you want, you will keep drifting without direction. Take time to define your vision. What kind of life do you want to create? What does success, happiness, and fulfillment look like for you? Once you have a vision, set clear goals. Goals give your life structure and purpose. Without them, you are just hoping for change instead of actively creating it. Write down specific, actionable steps that will move you toward your ideal life. Your daily habits determine your future. If you want a different life, you must develop new habits that align with your vision. Small, consistent actions like reading, exercising, journaling, or networking compound over time and lead to massive transformation. To build a new life, you must also be willing to step outside your comfort zone. Growth does not happen in familiar places. Fear will try to keep you stuck in the same routines, but real change requires courage. Be willing to take risks and embrace discomfort. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping your future. If you want to become the best version of yourself, seek out relationships that inspire, challenge, and uplift you. Let go of toxic connections that drain your energy and hold you back. Your mindset is the foundation of your new life. If you believe you can succeed, you will take action. But if you doubt yourself, you will hesitate and sabotage your own progress. Cultivate a strong, confident mindset that reinforces your ability to create change. Taking responsibility for your life is empowering. Blaming others, making excuses, or waiting for the right time will keep you stuck. The moment you accept full ownership of your decisions, actions, and results, you reclaim your power to create the life you want. Obstacles are inevitable, but they do not have to stop you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Instead of seeing difficulties as roadblocks, view them as stepping stones on your journey. Learning is a crucial part of building a new life. Invest in your personal growth through books, courses, mentors, and experiences that expand your knowledge and skills. The more you grow, the more opportunities you will create for yourself. Gratitude is an important tool in designing a fulfilling life. When you appreciate what you have, you attract more positive experiences. Focus on what is working rather than what is lacking, and you will find yourself moving forward with greater ease. Taking action is the difference between dreaming and achieving. Many people have great ideas but never follow through. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start where you are, with what you have, and make progress every day. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. You will not always feel inspired, but if you commit to your vision and stay consistent, you will build momentum. Success is not about how you feel. It is about what you do consistently. Your environment affects your mindset and productivity. Create a space that supports your goals. Whether it is your home, workspace, or social circle, design an environment that encourages focus, creativity, and progress. Letting go of the past is essential to creating a new future. You cannot move forward if you are still holding on to regret, resentment, or old failures. Learn from the past, but do not let it define your future. Developing emotional resilience will help you stay strong during difficult times. Life will test you, but your ability to adapt, stay focused, and keep going will determine your success. Train yourself to remain calm and focused, no matter what challenges arise. Celebrate your progress along the way. It is easy to focus on how far you still have to go, but take time to acknowledge how far you have already come. Small victories add up, and each step forward is a testament to your growth. At the end of the day, your life is in your hands. You have the power to create, to change, and to build the life you desire. The future belongs to those who are willing to take action and shape it. You are the architect. Design your life with intention, purpose, and courage. Designing a new life requires more than just wishing for change. It demands commitment and intentional action. If you want to transform your life, you must take responsibility for building it, brick by brick, decision by decision. No one else can do it for you. Your new life starts with self-discipline. Many people rely on motivation, but motivation fades. Discipline is what keeps you consistent, even when you don't feel like taking action. Developing self-discipline is the foundation for lasting success. Every day presents an opportunity to shape your future. Each morning, you can choose to move closer to your goals or to stay stuck in old habits. Small daily actions, even when they feel insignificant, add up to major transformations over time. Self-reflection is an important part of designing your life. You must regularly evaluate what is working, what is not, and where you need to adjust. Without self-awareness, you will keep making the same mistakes and delaying your progress. One of the biggest obstacles to change is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown. But fear is simply a signal that you are stepping into something new. Instead of letting it hold you back, use it as fuel to push forward. To become the architect of your new life, you must embrace discomfort. Growth is not comfortable. It requires you to face challenges, make sacrifices, and push beyond your limits. The sooner you accept this, the faster you will progress. Letting go of limiting beliefs is crucial. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not capable, not worthy, or not ready, you will never take action. Rewire your thoughts to align with your goals and believe in your ability to achieve them. Every choice you make is either moving you forward or holding you back. Ask yourself daily, is this decision helping me build the life I want? If not, it may be time to change your approach. One of the greatest strengths of successful people is adaptability. Plans may not always unfold the way you expect, but those who adapt and keep moving forward find success faster than those who resist change. Stay flexible in your journey. Taking risks is part of creating a new life. If you only choose what feels safe and comfortable, you will never experience real growth. The biggest rewards often come from stepping into the unknown and trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. Success requires persistence. Many people give up too soon because they expect immediate results. But real transformation takes time. Stay patient, keep going, and trust the process. Becoming the architect of your life means mastering your emotions. If you let emotions like frustration, doubt, or fear control you, they will sabotage your progress. Learn to manage your emotions, stay focused, and keep moving forward no matter what. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources. Be mindful of where you invest it. If something or someone is constantly draining you, it may be time to set boundaries or walk away. Protect your energy and direct it toward what truly matters. One of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. Being around the right people will keep you motivated, accountable, and focused on your goals. Gratitude and progress go hand in hand. When you appreciate what you have while working for what you want, you stay motivated and positive. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you enjoy the journey instead of just chasing the destination. Your past does not define you. Your actions today do. No matter what mistakes you have made, you always have the power to start fresh and create something new. Do not let old failures stop you from building the future you desire. Time is your most valuable asset. You cannot create more of it, but you can use it wisely. Stop wasting time on distractions that do not serve you and start investing it in what brings you closer to your dreams. Prioritizing self-care is an essential part of designing your best life. You cannot build something great if you are constantly exhausted, burned out, or neglecting your well-being. Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally will give you the strength to keep moving forward. Patience is a key trait of successful architects. Just like a strong building takes time to construct, so does a meaningful life. Trust that your hard work will pay off, even if results are not immediate. At the end of the day, you are responsible for the life you create. No one else will do it for you. You have the power, the choice, and the ability to build the future you desire. The question is, are you ready to step up and take control? Chapter 14. Cultivating Gratitude to Amplify Success. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in life. It has the ability to shift your perspective, improve your mindset, and attract more success into your life. When you focus on what you already have rather than what you lack, you create a foundation for growth and abundance. Many people think success comes only from working hard and pushing forward, but gratitude plays a crucial role. Success is not just about what you achieve, it's about how you experience the journey. A grateful mind sees opportunities where others see obstacles, and that shift in perspective can make all the difference. Gratitude rewires your brain for positivity. When you regularly express appreciation, your brain begins to focus more on the good in your life rather than the negative. This shift in thinking helps you stay motivated, overcome challenges, and attract more positive experiences. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they are successful to feel grateful. They tell themselves, "I'll be grateful when I have more money, when I get the promotion, when I reach my goal." But gratitude is not something you save for later. It is something you practice now. When you cultivate gratitude, you naturally develop resilience. Grateful people do not dwell on setbacks. They see them as learning opportunities. They recognize that even in failure, there is something to appreciate, whether it is a lesson learned, a new opportunity, or the strength gained from perseverance. A powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through a daily gratitude practice. Taking just a few minutes each morning to reflect on what you are thankful for can set a positive tone for your entire day. Writing down 3 things you appreciate, big or small, creates a habit of recognizing the good in your life. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. When you regularly express appreciation for the people in your life, those relationships become stronger, healthier, and more fulfilling. A simple thank you can go a long way in making someone feel valued and deepening connections. Successful people understand the power of gratitude. They know that appreciating their current circumstances opens the door for even greater success. Instead of complaining about what they do not have, they focus on making the most of what they do have. One of the greatest benefits of gratitude is that it reduces stress. When you focus on what is going well, rather than what is going wrong, your mind becomes calmer and more focused. Stress often comes from focusing on problems, but gratitude shifts your attention to solutions. Gratitude and success are deeply connected. When you are grateful, you attract more opportunities, connections, and positive experiences into your life. A grateful mind is open, receptive, and ready for success, while a negative mind blocks progress. Many people chase happiness, believing it will come once they reach a certain milestone. But happiness does not come from success. Success comes from happiness. Gratitude helps you enjoy the process, making the journey toward your goals more fulfilling. One way to strengthen your gratitude practice is by shifting your mindset during difficult times. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is this teaching me?" Finding something to appreciate even in challenging moments helps you stay strong and focused. Gratitude is a form of abundance. When you recognize and appreciate what you have, you send a message to the universe that you are ready to receive more. The more grateful you are, the more abundance you attract into your life. Practicing gratitude does not mean ignoring problems. It means choosing to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on negativity. Grateful people still face difficulties, but they handle them with a mindset that allows them to move forward rather than stay stuck. Another way to amplify gratitude is by sharing it with others. Taking time to express appreciation to colleagues, family, and friends not only strengthens relationships, but also creates a ripple effect of positivity. When you share gratitude, you inspire others to do the same. Gratitude also improves physical health. Studies have shown that grateful people experience lower levels of stress, better sleep, and improved overall well-being. When your mind is in a state of gratitude, your body follows, creating a healthier, more energetic life. A common barrier to gratitude is comparison. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you overlook the blessings in your own life. Instead of focusing on what someone else has, focus on what makes your own life unique and meaningful. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is expressing gratitude out loud. Saying, "I am grateful for this moment," or "I appreciate this opportunity," reinforces positive thinking and strengthens your awareness of life's blessings. Speaking gratitude aloud makes it more real and impactful. At the core of gratitude is self-awareness. When you take time to appreciate where you are in life, you gain clarity on where you want to go. Gratitude helps you stay grounded in the present while still striving for the future. Ultimately, gratitude is a choice. You can choose to see life as full of problems or full of possibilities. The way you view your circumstances determines the way you experience life. Choose gratitude, and you will not only find success, you will find joy along the way. Chapter 15. Overcoming Fear and Building Courage. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to success. It holds people back from taking risks, pursuing their dreams, and stepping into their full potential. But fear is not the enemy. How you respond to it determines whether it controls you or fuels your growth. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to take action despite it. Every successful person has felt fear, but they refuse to let it stop them. The key to overcoming fear is not eliminating it, but learning how to move forward in its presence. Fear often disguises itself as logic. You may convince yourself that you are being practical by avoiding risks, but in reality, you are just afraid of failure. Recognizing when fear is masquerading as reason is the first step to breaking free from its grip. One of the most common fears is the fear of failure. Many people never start because they are afraid of making mistakes, but failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Every great achiever has failed multiple times before they succeeded. Another powerful fear is the fear of judgment. People worry about what others will think if they fail, make mistakes, or take an unconventional path. But the truth is, most people are too focused on their own lives to constantly judge yours. Living in fear of opinions is a prison of your own making. To build courage, start by taking small steps outside your comfort zone. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Begin with small challenges, and over time, you will develop the confidence to take on bigger risks. Fear thrives on inaction. The longer you wait to face it, the more powerful it becomes. The best way to weaken fear is to take immediate action. Even a small step toward your goal can break the cycle of hesitation. Your thoughts play a crucial role in overcoming fear. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not capable, your mind will believe it. Replace fearful thoughts with empowering ones, such as, "I am strong enough to handle this," or "I have faced challenges before, and I can do it again." Visualization is a powerful tool for building courage. Instead of imagining the worst-case scenario, picture yourself succeeding. See yourself handling challenges with confidence and achieving your goals. The mind does not distinguish between real and imagined experiences. Train it to expect success. Fear often feels overwhelming because it exists in the future. Most fears are based on what-if scenarios that may never happen. Focusing on the present moment helps reduce anxiety and allows you to take action without being paralyzed by future worries. Building courage requires embracing discomfort. Growth does not happen in comfortable places. The more willing you are to face uncertainty and difficulty, the stronger and more resilient you become. Surrounding yourself with courageous people can help you overcome fear. Being around those who take bold actions and push past their own fears inspires you to do the same. Find mentors, friends, or role models who embody the courage you want to develop. One of the greatest forms of courage is the ability to trust yourself. Many people doubt their own decisions and abilities, seeking external validation before taking action. Learning to trust your instincts and believe in your own strength is a game changer. Fear often exaggerates the risks while minimizing the potential rewards. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, ask yourself, what if it goes right? Shifting your perspective can turn fear into excitement and possibility. Taking responsibility for your fears is essential. It is easy to blame circumstances, past experiences, or other people for the things you fear. But true courage comes from acknowledging your fears and deciding to take action despite them. Developing resilience helps you overcome fear. Fear loses its power when you know you can handle setbacks and bounce back from failure. Instead of fearing failure, focus on building the strength to rise every time you fall. Not all fear is bad. Some fear is instinctual and protects you from real danger. The key is distinguishing between rational fear, which keeps you safe, and irrational fear, which keeps you stuck. Learn to listen to your fear without letting it control you. Confidence is built through repeated exposure to fear. The more you face your fears, the less power they have over you. What once seemed impossible will become routine as you strengthen your courage muscle. Fear is a sign that you are pushing your limits. If you never feel fear, it likely means you are staying in your comfort zone. Use fear as a signal that you are growing, evolving, and stepping into something greater. At the core of overcoming fear is the belief that you are capable. No matter what challenges come your way, you have the strength to face them. Fear will always be present, but with courage, you can move beyond it and build the life you truly desire. Fear can feel paralyzing, but the truth is, it only has as much power as you give it. The more you avoid what you fear, the stronger it becomes. But when you face it head-on, you take back control of your mind and your life. One of the most important things to remember about fear is that it is often based on illusion. Fear is your brain's way of trying to protect you, but it does not always distinguish between real danger and imagined threats. Recognizing that fear is not always rational allows you to challenge it rather than submit to it. Courage is not something you are born with. It is something you develop through experience. No one starts out fearless, but those who consistently take action in the face of fear become stronger over time. Every time you push through fear, you build a little more courage. One of the greatest strategies for overcoming fear is exposure. The more you expose yourself to what scares you, the less intimidating it becomes. If you fear public speaking, start by speaking in small groups. If you fear failure, take small risks before moving on to bigger challenges. The stories you tell yourself about fear shape how you experience it. If you see fear as a sign that you are weak, you will avoid it. But if you see fear as a signal of growth, you will embrace it as part of the journey. Reframing fear as an opportunity makes it easier to face. One of the fastest ways to weaken fear is to take immediate action. Fear grows in hesitation. The longer you wait, the more excuses you will find to avoid what scares you. Taking the first step, even if it is small, shifts your focus from fear to action. Your comfort zone is a silent killer of dreams. It feels safe, but it also keeps you stuck. Everything you want, growth, success, and fulfillment, exists outside of it. The only way to expand your comfort zone is to step beyond it regularly. Many people fear rejection, but rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply redirection. Every no gets you closer to the right opportunity, the right people, and the right path. The sooner you embrace rejection as part of the process, the faster you will progress. Fear tricks you into believing that you must feel confident before taking action. But confidence is not the cause of action. It is the result of it. The more you take risks, the more confident you become. Do not wait for confidence to appear before you start. A great way to build courage is to ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? Often, the worst-case scenario is not nearly as bad as your mind makes it seem. Once you realize that even failure is not the end of the world, fear loses its grip on you. Fear often stems from past experiences. Maybe you failed before, got hurt, or faced criticism, and now your brain is trying to protect you from that pain again. But the past does not define the future. Every moment is a new opportunity to rewrite your story. Your body responds to fear physically. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your stomach tightens. Instead of seeing these sensations as signs of panic, reframe them as signs of excitement. Your body's response to fear is nearly identical to its response to excitement. It is your interpretation that makes the difference. One way to push past fear is to find your why. When your purpose is bigger than your fear, taking action becomes easier. If your goal is important enough, you will find the courage to move forward, no matter how afraid you feel. Fear feeds on doubt, but preparation builds confidence. The more prepared you are, the less fear has control over you. If you fear a big presentation, rehearse it multiple times. If you fear failure in a new business, study, practice, and refine your skills. Sometimes fear comes from trying to control everything, but life is unpredictable and certainty is an illusion. Learning to embrace uncertainty with a sense of curiosity rather than fear allows you to adapt and thrive in any situation. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to overcome fear. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and uplift you makes a difference. If you are around fearful, negative people, their fears will rub off on you. Choose an environment that supports courage. Self-doubt fuels fear, but self-trust eliminates it. The more you trust yourself to handle whatever happens, the less fear will hold you back. Remind yourself of past challenges you have overcome. You have faced difficulty before, and you can do it again. One of the simplest but most powerful ways to build courage is to practice daily acts of bravery. It does not have to be something huge. Try speaking up in a meeting, reaching out to a new connection, or making a bold decision. Small acts of courage create momentum for bigger ones. Fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Do not let fear stop you from pursuing your dreams, because one day you will look back and wish you had taken the chance. The pain of regret is far worse than the discomfort of stepping outside your comfort zone. At the end of the day, courage is a choice. You can choose to let fear control you, or you can choose to face it and rise above it. Every time you choose courage over fear, you become stronger, more resilient, and more unstoppable. Your future is waiting. Be brave enough to claim it. Chapter 16. Aligning your life with your true values. Living a fulfilling life starts with knowing your true values. Your values are the foundation of who you are. They shape your decisions, influence your priorities, and determine your sense of purpose. When your life is aligned with your core values, you experience deeper satisfaction and meaning. Many people feel lost or unfulfilled because they are living by someone else's values rather than their own. They chase money, status, or approval without asking themselves if those things truly matter to them. The first step toward real fulfillment is defining what truly matters to you. To identify your true values, ask yourself, what do I care about deeply? What principles do I refuse to compromise on? What kind of person do I want to be? Your answers will reveal the guiding forces behind your decisions and actions. When your life is out of alignment with your values, you will feel disconnected, frustrated, or unhappy, even if everything looks good on the surface. Success without alignment leads to emptiness. True success means building a life that reflects what you genuinely believe in. Aligning your life with your values requires self-honesty. It is easy to say that certain things are important to you, but are your actions proving it? If you say family is a top priority, are you making time for them? If health is important, are you taking care of yourself? Your daily choices reveal your real values. Once you know your core values, use them as a guide for decision-making. When faced with choices, ask yourself, does this align with my values? If an opportunity, relationship, or career path goes against what you stand for, it may not be the right choice. Many people struggle to align their lives with their values because they fear change. Sometimes, living according to your values requires leaving behind jobs, relationships, or habits that no longer serve you. This can be uncomfortable, but living inauthentically is even more painful. Values act as an internal compass. When you face difficult situations, staying true to your values provides clarity and confidence. You do not have to be perfect, but when your choices reflect your beliefs, You will feel more in control of your life. One of the biggest benefits of living in alignment with your values is peace of mind. When your actions match your beliefs, you eliminate inner conflict. You no longer feel torn between what you should do and what you truly want to do. Your values will evolve as you grow. The things that mattered most to you 10 years ago may not be the same today. Regularly reassess your values to ensure they still align with the person you are becoming. Growth is a natural part of life. Surrounding yourself with people who share your values is crucial. When you are around those who respect and support your beliefs, you feel more empowered to live authentically. Toxic environments force you to compromise who you are, while positive ones help you stay true to yourself. Setting boundaries is a key part of value alignment. If you do not protect what matters to you, others will influence your life in ways that pull you off course. Saying no to things that do not align with your values frees up space for what truly does. Your work should reflect your values whenever possible. Many people feel unhappy in their careers because their jobs do not align with what they believe in. If your current work does not fit your values, explore ways to make adjustments or find a path that is more fulfilling. Living by your values strengthens self-respect. When you honor what you stand for, you build confidence and integrity. You become someone who follows through on their beliefs, making you more trustworthy and authentic. Sometimes, aligning with your values means making difficult choices. It may require leaving a situation that is comfortable but unfulfilling. It may mean disappointing others who expect you to follow a different path. But in the end, living in alignment is always worth it. Journaling can help you stay aligned with your values. Regularly writing about your decisions, goals, and priorities helps you see whether you are staying true to yourself. Self-reflection allows you to course-correct when needed. Your values should be reflected in your daily habits. Small, consistent actions build a life that aligns with your beliefs. If personal growth is a value, read and learn daily. If health matters, make exercise and nutrition a priority. Your habits shape your reality. Fear of judgment often holds people back from living in alignment with their values, but trying to please everyone will only make you unhappy. Not everyone will agree with your choices, and that is okay. What matters most is that you respect your own path. When you align with your values, decision-making becomes easier. You no longer waste energy debating choices that do not fit your beliefs. Your values act as a filter, helping you say yes to what matters and no to distractions. At the end of your life, you will not measure success by money, status, or external validation. You will measure it by how well you lived according to your values. Living in alignment brings meaning, fulfillment, and a deep sense of purpose. Stay true to yourself. Your best life depends on it. Aligning your life with your true values is not a one-time decision. It is an ongoing process. As you grow and experience new challenges, you will need to refine and reaffirm your values. This requires constant self-awareness and a willingness to make adjustments when necessary. Many people struggle with value alignment because of societal pressure. The world constantly tells you what success, happiness, and fulfillment should look like. But real fulfillment comes from defining success on your own terms, based on what truly matters to you. One of the biggest signs that you are not living in alignment with your values is a sense of dissatisfaction, even when things seem fine on the surface. If you feel empty despite external success, it may be because your achievements do not align with your deeper beliefs. This is a sign that change is needed. Living according to your values gives you a strong sense of direction. When you know what you stand for, decision-making becomes easier. You no longer feel lost or uncertain because your values serve as a guiding compass for every choice you make. It is essential to be patient with yourself as you work toward value alignment. Breaking free from old habits, toxic influences, and external expectations takes time. Do not expect perfection. What matters is your commitment to making progress. One way to reinforce your values is by setting clear intentions. Start each day by reminding yourself of your core values and choosing actions that reflect them. When you are intentional about living your values, you naturally build a life that is more meaningful and authentic. Conflicts often arise when your values clash with those of the people around you. Not everyone will understand or support your decisions, and that is okay. True alignment means being willing to stand by your values, even when others disagree. Your financial decisions should also align with your values. Many people chase money without considering whether their careers, spending habits, or investments reflect their beliefs. When you align your finances with your values, you create a sense of financial fulfillment, not just wealth. Fear is a major obstacle to living in alignment with your values. You may fear judgment, failure, or discomfort, but staying true to yourself requires courage. The more you push past fear, the easier it becomes to live authentically. Practicing gratitude helps strengthen your value alignment. When you appreciate the life you are creating, you become more aware of how your values are shaping your experiences. Gratitude reinforces your commitment to making choices that align with your beliefs. Aligning your life with your values means taking responsibility for your happiness. Many people wait for external circumstances to improve before they start living the life they want. But true happiness comes from making intentional choices that reflect what matters most to you. It is important to evaluate your relationships in light of your values. Do the people around you support your growth, or do they pressure you to compromise what you believe in? Surrounding yourself with people who respect and uplift your values makes it easier to stay true to yourself. Living according to your values does not mean your life will be free from challenges. You will still face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But when you are aligned with your values, you will have a strong foundation that helps you navigate difficulties with clarity and confidence. One of the most empowering aspects of value alignment is that it gives you control over your own life. Instead of being reactive to circumstances, you become proactive in designing a life that reflects your purpose and passion. You stop drifting and start directing. Your values should influence the way you contribute to the world. How do you use your talents, resources, and energy to make a difference? Whether through your career, community involvement, or personal interactions, your values should guide how you impact others. A common mistake people make is believing that small actions do not matter, but alignment is built through daily habits, not just big decisions. Every choice, how you spend your time, how you speak to others, how you take care of yourself, either reinforces or weakens your values. When your actions do not match your values, guilt and inner conflict arise. Ignoring this misalignment can lead to long-term stress, burnout, and unhappiness. Instead of suppressing these feelings, use them as a signal that you need to realign. Self-reflection is essential for maintaining alignment. Regularly ask yourself, am I living according to my values? If the answer is no, identify what needs to change and take steps to bring your life back into alignment. Your values should evolve as you grow. What mattered to you at one stage of life may shift as you gain new experiences and perspectives. Be open to reevaluating your values and adjusting your path accordingly. At the heart of value alignment is self-trust. Trust yourself to know what is right for you. Trust that living authentically will lead to the right opportunities, relationships, and experiences. When you stay true to your values, you build a life that feels rich, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. True alignment with your values requires deep self-awareness. You cannot build a meaningful life if you are not clear on what truly matters to you. Take the time to reflect, write, and explore what principles guide your decisions and give your life meaning. Many people adopt values from their families, cultures, or peer groups without questioning whether they align with their true selves. While external influences shape us, living by values that do not resonate with you leads to dissatisfaction. It is essential to separate what you have been taught from what you truly believe. One of the strongest indicators of personal integrity is consistency. Do your actions match your words? Do you practice what you preach? When your daily behavior reflects your values, you build a sense of self-respect and authenticity. Aligning your life with your values does not mean you will never face temptation to stray from them. In moments of difficulty, you may be tested, whether it is in relationships, career choices, or personal integrity. The more you commit to your values, the easier it becomes to stay strong under pressure. Sometimes, aligning with your values means making hard choices. You may have to leave a job that does not reflect your principles, walk away from relationships that do not respect your beliefs, or say no to opportunities that compromise your integrity. These choices may be difficult, but they will lead you to a life of greater peace and fulfillment. People who live in alignment with their values experience deeper confidence. They do not feel the need to constantly prove themselves because they know they are living with integrity. When you know you are being true to yourself, you stop seeking external validation. Your values should guide how you spend your time. Many people say they value personal growth, relationships, or health, but their schedules do not reflect these priorities. If something is truly important to you, it should show up in how you allocate your time each day. One way to reinforce your values is by setting clear, actionable goals based on them. If you value health, set a goal for regular exercise and nutritious eating. If you value personal development, commit to reading or learning every day. Goals that align with your values create a stronger sense of purpose. Value-based living requires self-discipline. There will be moments when taking shortcuts, compromising, or making excuses feels easier. However, staying true to your values requires commitment, even when it is inconvenient. Your financial choices should also reflect your values. Are you spending money on things that genuinely add value to your life? Or are you making purchases to impress others or fill an emotional void? Aligning your finances with your values brings financial peace and satisfaction. A key benefit of living by your values is reduced stress. When you make decisions based on your core beliefs, you experience less internal conflict. You no longer have to constantly debate what is right because your values serve as a natural guide. Values should influence not only your big life decisions, but also your everyday interactions. How you treat others, whether with kindness, honesty, or respect, should align with the principles you stand for. The way you behave in small moments defines your character. Honoring your values builds trust with others. People who consistently act in line with their values earn the respect of those around them. Others know they can count on you to be honest, reliable, and ethical. Living out of alignment with your values creates an emotional burden. If you find yourself constantly feeling guilty, dissatisfied, or disconnected, it may be a sign that you are not honoring your true beliefs. These feelings should not be ignored. They are signals that change is needed. Your values should be reflected in your relationships. Surround yourself with people who respect and support what matters to you. Being around individuals who encourage your growth and share your principles makes it easier to live authentically. A powerful way to strengthen value alignment is through service. Using your time, energy, or skills to contribute to causes that reflect your beliefs gives life deeper meaning. Whether through mentorship, volunteering, or acts of kindness, living your values through action brings fulfillment. Learning to say no is essential to staying true to your values. Not every opportunity, invitation, or demand deserves your time and energy. When something does not align with your values, declining it allows you to focus on what truly matters. Your physical environment should also reflect your values. The way you organize your home, workspace, and lifestyle should support your beliefs and priorities. A cluttered, chaotic space may signal misalignment, while an intentional, peaceful environment reinforces clarity. Personal growth and value alignment go hand in hand. As you grow, you may refine your values based on new experiences, insights, and perspectives. Be open to evolving while staying true to your core principles. At the end of your life, the things that will matter most are how well you honored your values, how much you stayed true to yourself, and how you impacted others. Living in alignment with your values creates a legacy of authenticity, purpose, and deep fulfillment. The best time to start is now. Living in alignment with your values means being intentional about your choices. It requires you to pause and ask yourself, is this decision leading me closer to or further away from the life I truly want? Every choice, no matter how small, either strengthens or weakens your alignment. One of the greatest obstacles to living according to your values is distraction. It is easy to get caught up in daily routines, social pressures, and temporary desires that pull you away from what truly matters. That is why self-reflection is essential. It keeps you focused on your core beliefs. When you align your actions with your values, you experience a deep sense of inner peace. You no longer feel conflicted or guilty about your decisions because you know they are based on what you truly believe. There is a unique sense of freedom that comes from living authentically. Misalignment often shows up in the form of stress, exhaustion, or unhappiness. If you constantly feel drained, take a step back and ask yourself if you are living in a way that honors your true self. Sometimes the fatigue we feel is not physical, it is emotional, caused by living a life that does not match our values. Your words and actions should reflect your values. Many people say they believe in honesty, kindness, or integrity, but their behavior tells a different story. Living authentically means making sure that your values are not just ideas, but guiding principles that influence your everyday life. A helpful exercise for value alignment is visualization. Imagine yourself living in complete alignment with your values. What would your life look like? What would you spend your time doing? Who would you surround yourself with? Visualizing your ideal life helps you see what needs to change in your present reality. Living according to your values does not mean life will be easy. In fact, it often requires you to make difficult sacrifices, walk away from toxic relationships, or pursue goals that others do not understand. But the long-term benefits of alignment far outweigh the temporary discomfort of change. One of the best ways to strengthen your value alignment is by keeping promises to yourself. If you say you will do something, follow through. The more you stay consistent with your commitments, the more you trust yourself and the stronger your alignment becomes. Sometimes value alignment requires courage. You may have to stand alone, challenge societal norms, or take a different path than those around you. But the cost of living inauthentically is far greater than the discomfort of standing up for what you believe in. Living by your values makes decision-making easier. You no longer have to overthink or second-guess yourself because your values serve as a filter for every decision. If something does not align, you simply say no and move forward with clarity. One way to maintain alignment is by setting boundaries. People and situations will always try to pull you in different directions. If you do not set clear boundaries, you will constantly be at the mercy of external influences. Protect your time, energy, and values by learning to say no without guilt. Aligning with your values is not about being perfect. There will be moments when you slip, make mistakes, or temporarily lose focus. What matters is your commitment to getting back on track and continuously striving for authenticity. One of the biggest dangers of misalignment is regret. Many people reach the end of their lives wishing they had lived differently, wishing they had followed their dreams, taken risks, or stayed true to themselves. The best way to avoid regret is to start living in alignment today. Your career should reflect your values as much as possible. If your work goes against what you stand for, it will eventually create frustration and burnout. If you are unable to change jobs immediately, look for small ways to integrate your values into your daily work. Spending time in nature can help you reconnect with your values. Stepping away from the noise of society and spending quiet time in reflection allows you to hear your own thoughts more clearly. Many people gain clarity about their values when they remove distractions. Aligning with your values creates a sense of fulfillment that external success cannot provide. Even if you achieve wealth, fame, or status, it will feel empty if it does not align with what truly matters to you. Lasting happiness comes from living authentically. One of the simplest ways to stay aligned is to ask yourself, if today were my last day, would I be proud of how I lived? This question helps bring clarity to whether or not you are truly living in accordance with your values. Recognizing and celebrating small victories helps reinforce value alignment. Each time you make a decision that reflects your values, acknowledge it. These small moments of integrity build momentum and make it easier to continue living authentically. Journaling can be a powerful tool for staying aligned. Writing about your thoughts, decisions, and emotions helps you track whether you are living according to your values or drifting away from them. Regular reflection keeps you accountable to yourself. At its core, aligning with your values is about honoring yourself. It is about living in a way that respects your deepest beliefs, brings you joy, and allows you to contribute meaningfully to the world. When you stay true to yourself, you not only build a fulfilling life, you inspire others to do the same. Aligning your life with your values is a lifelong journey, not a one-time achievement. As you grow and evolve, your understanding of your values deepens, and you refine your actions to match them. The goal is continuous improvement, not perfection. Many people struggle with alignment because they fear change. They stay in jobs, relationships, and habits that no longer serve them because change feels uncertain. But true alignment requires the courage to let go of anything that no longer fits your values. A life lived in alignment with your values is a life of authenticity. You no longer have to pretend, hide, or conform to what others expect. Instead, you live in a way that feels true and meaningful to you, regardless of outside opinions. When you align with your values, decision-making becomes effortless. Instead of being overwhelmed by choices, you have a clear internal guide. If something does not match your values, you confidently walk away without second-guessing yourself. One of the most empowering aspects of value alignment is self-trust. You develop an unshakable confidence in your own decisions because you know they are based on principles that truly matter to you. This eliminates doubt and indecision. Living out of alignment can cause deep emotional distress. Many people experience anxiety, guilt, or dissatisfaction without realizing that these feelings stem from living a life that contradicts their true values. Recognizing this misalignment is the first step toward change. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay aligned with your values. When you slow down and become present, you are more aware of whether your actions are in harmony with what you believe. Rushing through life without reflection often leads to misalignment. Aligning with your values also requires practicing integrity. Integrity means that your private actions match your public words. When you live with integrity, you feel at peace with yourself because there is no internal conflict between who you are and what you do. It is important to recognize that your values are unique to you. What matters most to someone else may not be the same for you, and that is okay. Comparison is the enemy of authenticity. Focus on what feels right for you, not what society dictates. One of the biggest challenges of value alignment is learning to set boundaries. When you stand firm in your values, you may face resistance from people who do not understand or respect them. Saying no to things that do not align with your beliefs is an act of self-respect. The media and society often push values that prioritize material success over personal fulfillment. It is easy to get caught up in chasing wealth, status, or validation without questioning whether those things truly bring you happiness. Be intentional about defining success for yourself. Aligning your life with your values leads to greater self-respect. When you live in a way that honors your beliefs, you develop a deep sense of pride in who you are. You no longer need approval from others because you are living in alignment with your own truth. Forgiving yourself for past misalignment is part of the journey. Many people look back and regret times when they compromised their values. Instead of dwelling on the past, use those experiences as lessons that guide you toward better alignment in the future. A major part of value alignment is aligning your words with your actions. Do you say one thing but do another? If so, it may be time to reassess and bring consistency between what you believe and how you behave. Your morning routine can set the tone for value alignment. Starting the day with gratitude, reflection, or journaling helps you stay connected to your core beliefs. When you remind yourself of your values first thing in the morning, you are more likely to live by them throughout the day. Your values should influence how you set goals. Instead of setting goals based purely on external success, set goals that align with what truly matters to you. When your goals reflect your values, you stay motivated and fulfilled as you work toward them. Aligning with your values often requires letting go of people-pleasing. Many people compromise their values to avoid disappointing others. But trying to make everyone happy will only leave you feeling lost and disconnected from yourself. Being in alignment with your values brings a deep sense of purpose. When you live according to what matters most to you, every action feels more meaningful. You no longer feel like you are just going through the motions. You are creating a life that has real significance. It is essential to reevaluate your values as you grow. The things that mattered most to you 5 years ago may not hold the same weight today. Regularly assessing your values ensures that you continue to live in a way that feels right for you. At the core of value alignment is personal responsibility. No one else can create alignment for you. You must choose to live in a way that reflects your beliefs. The more responsibility you take for your life, the more empowered and fulfilled you will feel. You've now discovered how healing yourself is the gateway to achieving true success. Remember, healing is not a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery, resilience, and growth. Apply what you've learned, nurture your mind, honor your emotions, and take intentional actions each day. You're stronger than your past, greater than your doubts, and fully capable of creating the life you've always dreamed of. Your time is now. Keep healing, keep growing, and success will follow. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and keep moving forward.